choppers. Better took those risks, cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss, look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name all around the world like an explosion.
So rise up, rise up. We are the apocalypse, and a pill that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the night won't scare us falling. So rise up. I'm too great to be landed. Rise up. Way too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us, fly by them like choppers. Better took those risks, cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss, look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. Choppers, better took those risks, cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss, look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name all around the world like an explosion.
So rise up, rise up. We are the apocalypse, and a pill that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the night won't scare us falling. So rise up. I'm too great to be landed. Rise up. Way too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us, fly by them like choppers. Better took those risks, cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One out of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss, look in my eyes, I'm on the rocks, rise.
Innovative tried picking him up, but he gets completely lazy from above.
Talked about the Zoomer going down to the low ground. Shots coming through with the RPG. Gonna hit it in time slot. But he hit so much damage. Savage gets a knock as well. RPG continuing to come out. There's another knock for Savage. Are you kidding me? This is beautiful. He's using the RPG. Fight him out. It looks like he is going to fight him out. He's going to tell his teammate Gray right there. Will he hit it? Oh my God! He hits the snipe. They're on the
Amazing snipe play, planned and coordinated.
Should make it 15 if they pick up the victory. But they're losing. And there's a trap put down. Chapek's taking. Oh my God, he's taking. Ram is knocked on the low ground. Chapek has the RPG. He puts it down for the victory royale. And Finn Sparta taking it home. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first session of the WarLegend series Invitational. Oh, I am feeling it. I hope you guys are as well. If you don't know who I am, my name is Clayson. And, you know, I'm great. I'm glad to be here. 11, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're glad to be here. This is 11 2K here to my, I guess, my right here or my left. You know, whichever direction he is. There he is. 11, how you feeling?
Hey, I am ecstatic, Clay. I'm really excited to be here. I'm glad to be here. I know everyone watching is very excited as well. We have amazing Fortnite coming up for you guys. I'm just ready to get into the action. How about you?
I am as well. I hope everybody in the chat is ready. It has been a long time coming. It's been very, very hard to keep all this a secret. You know, I like to talk about everything, but it's been very, very, very hard. Now, if you don't know, and you need to get a little bit of a refresher on exactly what this is and what is happening, we're going to go through the format here for you very, very quickly. It is going to be 6 sessions over the course of 3 weeks. And then one final. As you see, session 1, 25 squads are going to be invited. And then, of course, you see in the middle there, 6 sessions, 25 squads, 6 games per session, 1 session leaderboard. At the end of it, only the top 20 go through to the next session. Now, we move 5 new squads in as well. So that's what's going to happen session to session. Now, Levin, break it down for the series.
Hey, all those sessions are not going into vain. For each session, there will be a series leaderboard, and the highest single session scores are what's going to count to the series leaderboard. And after the end of the 6 sessions, the top 25 squads on that leaderboard are going to compete in the final, right? The final is going to be 2 days, 6 games per day, 1 leaderboard for the final, competing for a €50,000 cash prize, okay?
That's a lot of money, Levin. That's a lot of money to go around. We, you know, a lot of awesome talent to show you guys today. We're going to swap on over here so we can show you guys who all is playing in this. You do see, of course, the winners of the last FNCS session for Norwood, 4ZR, and Nilix and DRG. But right next to them, of course, we got Team Svenskar. That's a rich crew. We have Chapek's. And we have Rez Ubi, Anoxys, Stepter, and Lurie. And of course, Benji Fishing, Mogul, Nate, and Wolfies. And then we move down. We do have iDrop, Misfits Gaming, and Dreda. Trox, Become Legends, Flick. We of course have Solary, Airwax, Nikov, and Lustream, Skype, and Vanto. Moving on, we have Zeno, Nyrax, Kidstar, and Item. And we have Vitality's Kilos, Vitality's Oslo, Vitality's Hawker, and Crush R. A lot of players as we continue down. We have Caspersa, Anas, Ibuhai, and Shitty. Actually told that was how it's pronounced that way. Kripa, Teachum, Maestro's Y, and Zapod. Then we have G2's Tohai, Helsinki, Reds, Bella EU, NRG's Mr. Savage M, and then Atlantis' Caxi, and then of course Ghost Camo, Rehas, M10's Pepper, and Flatterboys 11. The rest of the squad's looking very, very good. Maybe take us through them and see.
Hello, so I think I lost you there. Looking at the squads that we have, you know, coming into the competition, I think it's fair to say, you know, it's a very stacked event, like you said. You know, we have former FNCS week winners competing. Obviously, the cooler boys at the top left there. You know, heavy favorites, but I think there's a lot of favorites. Obviously, Svenskana, Mongrel squad. There's a lot of teams that I think are highly, you know, anticipated, and we're going to be looking to see them perform on the highest stage. But obviously, you know, going back to the format we have, it's not just, you know, one session here. We got multiple sessions, and hey, there's some teams who are not competing in the event this session, but they will eventually, you know, come along in the later session. So it'll be interesting to see who's actually going to be able to maintain themselves and make sure that they perform in each session well, so that they don't get knocked out.
I agree. I agree. And squads that we haven't mentioned, Core Gaming, Save It, Low Boom, and Tux had a very strong run in the very early of the FNCS, and they're here today to show us to see how they're doing. Again, we also have, of course, Metro, CRR, Kimsel, and Falcony, the squad that I think a lot of players' eyes are on to see where everybody is. And you know, the chat is showing love. Of course, we have Fnatic Power, GG Darker, Sunrise Biz, and Schmecky here today. So I'm looking forward to all the games. They will start up here shortly. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I want to thank everybody for helping out through the weeks that we've put on this show, coming back, showing your support, showing everybody love, showing Destiny Jesus, Levin some love, whoever I was casting with, Bala, Shio, anybody. Thank you for showing them love. Thank you for showing me love as well. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We really, 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 really do. I hope you guys are ready. Again, if you missed it and you're just coming in, I'm going to quickly go through the format. It's going to be a 3-week qualifier format. At the top 20 from each session, there's 2 sessions per week, right? So 6 total sessions. The top 20 from each session will go on to the next one. So session 1 today, the top 20 will move on, and then we'll get 5 new players in to play the next session on Wednesday. So Monday, Wednesday, every week, we will be here. We will be live. We'll bring you some top-tier competitive gameplay. And then, of course, the finals will be on December 16th and December 18th, my birthday. So going to be awesome, going to be amazing, going to be a very great show that we have. I want to preface this now. If you see any cool, any awesome, any amazing, any just crazy plays, I need you to clip them. I know Levin needs you to clip them. Everybody WarLegend needs you to clip them, because how are we going to go back and make awesome highlight reels if we ain't got clips? So make sure you clip them. I really appreciate it. I know everybody does. I'm so ready, Levin. I'm so ready. We, again, it's been hard keeping this a secret, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been really difficult. Obviously, you know, you want to say it's so exciting to see WarLegend being able to host such a big event. So obviously, you want to talk about it, but I guess now we can finally talk about it. And you know, you alluded to how the finals is going to take place on your birthday. Tell me, what would be a good birthday treat for you? Who would you like to see win this whole thing?
Oh my gosh, who would I like to see win the whole thing? Okay, now I have a lot of players that I've been following for a while since the start of World Cup. That's because when I got into it, 2 of them being Chapix and Crew. They had such a dominant run in World Cup qualifiers. They were so good with that boom bow. So want to see them perform. I want to see everybody perform, but I just can't. You know, E11 item, right? He's been awesome through World Cup qualifiers as well. He was an amazing player to watch. I don't know. It's just so hard. There's so many good ones. I don't know. I want to know who chat wants to see qualify to the finals, who wants to see win the whole thing. And I believe the games have been started, and we're going to swap over now to the perspectives of everybody here. We got Zur, of course, we got top left, Airwax and Company. Then we have Core Gaming there in the middle left, in the bottom left. I cannot tell you who that is. We do see Benji Fishy in the bottom middle. We see Zur in the top middle. We see Savage in the top, the middle right. Kripa in the top right. And I believe that is Andretta in the bottom right-hand corner. This is going to be a story of off-spawn fights 11.
Yeah, of course, that's part of the biggest things, right? With squads and the current map. You know, there's a lot of places that end up getting contested, you know, a lot of fights that happen early game, and that, you know, they determine the course of your tournament, right? If you have a team contesting you, and you don't know how to deal with them, you know, it's not going to end well for you. It's not going to be high understanding. So it'll be interesting to see how these teams are able to handle being contested or spawn.
I agree. And as we swap on over to Benji Fish and Company, they are landing Slurpee Swap. Now the question is, are they being contested? And from what I was listening to in the back end, I don't think they are, but we do see Metro and Company already going to eliminate an entire team. It seems like I think, yeah, Metro and Company just took out an entire team. They're actually knocking Norwood's team. This is going to be huge for the standings. You see Benji talk about it like, This is going to be huge. Nyrock's in the fight as well. Looks like they're fighting Belvine, so I think Forward and company inside of Risky Reels as well. As we watch Benji continue to farm on up, Nyrock's going to go ahead and take down Belvine. So quick eliminations all around. The match is the story of it. I talked about it's going to be the story of the off-spawn fights. Anonymous going to take down Antilix, and I don't know who that is, so we'll have to see exactly what is shaking up here 11.
And that's huge, right? That's absolutely huge. Like you said, the standings are going to be affected by this, right? So many big contenders in this, and when you have teams dying off spawn as big as the cooler boys, it's going to be absolutely crazy to see how they bounce back. Are they going to keep contesting? Are they going to try find their way to keep that spot, or are they just going to have to give it up and find somewhere else? It's going to be really interesting to see how this unfolds. And obviously, you've seen the kill feed, more action happening here. I just can't wait to see how they attack this. Obviously, tuning into Bouan and Martos. Two of their teammates fallen, and we're looking to.
Yeah, it's gonna be really hard here. You're talking about two of them fallen. It is. Oh my God! Vorwin left to get the elimination. I think Provoke changing his name up a little bit there, but a very good elimination spree for them. They currently have 3, and I couldn't see exactly who they ended up eliminating there, but that's a really big one there. As you see, the reboot will start to come through. Those easy eliminations going to result in easy points as we watch the reboot coming through. Reminder, if you don't know how the point system works, it is down below. I believe you can find it somewhere. We do see, as we swap on over here, the squad inside of TV Stacks. They do have one player already knocked. It is Pay1, K2, so Fremont and company. Covado gonna either get res here. We do see, I believe, WarLegend going down there by Become Legends. Flick there, Stepter gonna take down players as well. A lot of players, Smecky and Power gonna go down as well. That is not looking good as we see shots taken here. That player trying to get anything happening here. It looks like one of them gonna go down. Pate trying to build up for his life here. Shots continuing to go through. It is gonna take down I cannot see who that is, so we'll see exactly how that affects everything. Does that even up the numbers? I don't know if it will. Shot's going to come through. That's going to be a nice chunk of damage there on to Pate. His teammate going to go down as well. Pate going to be the last remaining member here, and I don't know if he's going to be able to clutch it up. He doesn't have a lot to work with now. He does have a mini. He can pop this if he wants to. Shot's going to come through. He's going to take down another one. He needs to go ahead and get this finish, and he does. That's going to be quick net. That's Shaken and company that they are fighting, and now he's looking to go for the reses, as I believe whoever is on the low ground is starting to finish up this fight. 11.
It's not. You see the player landing on him. He hits a headshot, but he does get tagged up himself. Gonna just maintain the high ground here, looking to get some quick tags, and he's gonna try aggro solo the players, take the 1v1 fights as they come to him, but they look to knock him down, and he falls, and he knocks 1v1 situation. He picks up the finish, gets the health, and maybe the mats as well, and he clutches up, saving his squad, and now he's just gonna be able to get the reboot cards, and that's his team's game saved, right?
Yeah, I agree. What a big clutch up indeed, and that's going to be Aqua's squad completely eliminated, and we'll see again 6 games. You better be in the top 20, otherwise you're not making it to the next session. So we'll see exactly if Aqua and company are able. We'll follow that storyline as much as we are able to. I believe Power and company squad was already eliminated, so we see 77 players as we swap over here to E11's Crippa. Again, he's playing with Teacher Y and Little Timmy L2, who I do not know, cannot remember the name of them. And of course, they're changing all their names. I believe that is Zapod changing his name there. So this squad won a week of FNTS. I believe it was week number 3. They came on top. They're doing very good for themselves so far. And Epic Pump Shotgun going to be very, 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 very potent, as we all know. It's basically a one hit. I think it actually does 200 pumps someone there to the head. So we'll see the reboots did come through there from Pay1K to pick up his squad. So all is good there for them as we see Crippa farming up 80 players now in the lobby. This is going to get crazy. Storm Surge tags are going to come into effect. And if you land on the outskirts of the map, Levin, you're going to have a hard time finding any tags.
Yeah, like at the moment, of course, it looks like they are chilling, right? They have all of them on 200 HP, and it looks like they have some decent loot. But like you said, when the storm surge starts to come in, you're not going to be chilling anymore, right? You have to make sure you find ways to pick up some damage. Hey, you maybe you don't want to take a full-on fight and then go into a brawl, but you at least need to figure out how you can get some tags so that you're not affected heavily by that storm surge.
I agree. And this is a story that we have been following since the last week, especially in FNCS and WarLegend. Here is Aerox and company were landing inside of Risky Reels, right? And they were getting contested by Kinstar, Item, Nyrox, and Zeno, and they were losing out. I don't really know if they they won a couple of the spawn fights, but they didn't really win much. We see someone getting. I don't know what I don't know what that means. But we see them rotating on up, trying to get some heal. They did not land Risky from what it looks like, Levin. They're nowhere near it, and so maybe they decided to concede Risky and go elsewhere.
Yeah, obviously, we have other squad competitions taking place. You said yourself the FNCS was yesterday, so teams looking to maybe change up the strategy. Obviously, if you're aware that there's a team landing and contesting, you might say, hey, we don't want to do it, that we can take another position and have that better off for us. He's aware of the bush plays. Obviously, we've seen a lot of bush plays take place this season with them bushes. Really nice way to pick up a sneaky little kill there.
As we see Zur and company actually in Pleasant Park, and this is different for them. They usually have been landing inside of Fatal Farm, not Fatal Fields. I just miss it so much, Levin. I loved Fatal Fields. It was my spot. It was what I loved. We do see Zur and company deciding to. It seems like Zur may have gotten rebooted or something. His lack of everything seems interesting. They're trying to rotate back to get extra heals. Extra anything really, because they're not looking too good. The zone gonna be a little bit further away from them. It's not too far. Second zone gonna pop up, and I would love for Zuru to press that beautiful M button on his keyboard to show us the map, but we're not going to see it just yet. But I think it's close by as we swap over here. We will see a team inside his zone. Now this is Savage, Tohai, Caxi, and Bella EU. This squad expected to do great things. This is, we do see the map, and second zone gonna pull very far south.
Yeah, that's something we've seen so much happen in Chapter 2, right? Those really fast zone pulls. And as a player, you hate it, right? You always go into an event hoping that the zone pulls towards your side of the map, but when it doesn't, you have to be ready. I know Belly EU, obviously, they've had a lot of problems with zone pulling, and he was praying that the zone would pull northwest for them this event, but not looking too good to start off in game one, but they're just going to have to find a way to rotate through. You see the players ahead of them looking to pick up some tags, and sometimes maybe this is a bit ill-advised, but at the same time you have to rotate through them, so you're going to eventually have to probably take that fight in it. So there's looking to take some early damage. Obviously, if you can get some tags onto the players, you have an advantage in the case that you do have to go into an all-out brawl, but be interesting to see how they traverse through this long rotation.
I agree, and the good thing is you see Savage just kind of using these old builds. He's kind of building up a little bit just to get that extra little sight. And I like that he's prioritizing this metal right here because his builds, 3, 5, and 3 is all right, but as we know, a lot of squads will waste those max in a matter of seconds. They are getting those storm surge tags, which is good. When we talked about, I believe 70 will be the threshold here for this next zone. So 10 players unfortunately have to be eliminated there. Fiction will be dropped there for Taxi as we see they are rotating in. They actually, I was wondering if Tohai would do the Tohai Classic to try to get that zone, but I think it's only in on the half in, half out as we see zones start to move in. We might see storm surge start to pop up here. There it is right there. They are actually above as we swap away. We will see the perspective of the map. We see Zur squad all the way back in zone. It looks like they're going to take a lot of damage unless they found a boat. So a south bow zone, a lot of players already in. A lot of players claiming the mountains. It looks like Saban's computer did crash or something. So unfortunately, he is not in this game. But they are above Storm Surge. That's all they care about, right? You see Core and Low Boom trying to get some tags there together. Tug's kind of doing his own thing with the sniper, it sounds like. They are above Storm Surge, so, and they're sitting on a mountain, they're looking pretty good, but we know they're going to have to continue to rotate to the south.
Yeah, like, I want to point back towards that sniper, right? We've seen a lot of teams making sure that they have one person at least prioritize the sniper. You want to be able to get those easy tags with Storm Surge. And you see here now, they're 201 above, they are chilling, right? They may look for more tags, but oftentimes you also see players just once they get that far ahead, they might say, hey, we don't need to peek anymore, we're good. Obviously with three men down, or one man down, sorry, and just 3 of them alive, it's gonna be a lot more work for them to do. Obviously, you don't have that extra player to rely on, but with such a talented squad, I'm sure they're not too worried. I'm sure they're still very confident, and they're looking to close and hold people in, trying to rotate in, and this is a terrible position for whoever that team is. You never want to be stuck in there. They're going to have to use so many mats to try and rotate in, and with the zone closing, less opportunity to refarm those mats, right?
These guys are pushing them.
Yeah, that was W's.
Very,
I agree. Apologize there. My computer acted up. But as we swap over, we do see Savage and company trying to get in. Attack gonna go through, a lot of damage, and now Savage going in with the RPG. We saw him do a lot of damage with it before in the last couple weeks. It looks like he's not gonna do anything just yet. Grenades are continuing to get him through. This is gonna be bad for them though. They're wasting a match. They're investing a lot. Savage trying to go into the box of the player, but he's that player gonna edit on out, and they need to invest something. You see Savage is all the way up without his teammate. If he gets down, there is no saving him. His team needs to get to them, and you see those players aggressively knowing it's only one player. So Savage backing off, and look how many mats he's wasted. We said he was 3-5-3 going into this. Now he's 3-3-1. That is a very big significant change there. As we do see, he's about 178 effective HP, more RPG shots going through. He was in the zone on top of those players, but he had to back out. I believe Zuer and company are getting hit by Stormsurge as well. I don't believe we do see Chapek's going to take down Zuer actually in the zone. So Zuer was a squad that was being held out. Maestro's Y going to be taken down there by zone as well. As we see, I believe Kilo's going to get an elimination there onto Ibuhai. As more Storm Surge tags are going to continue to go through. They need one more player to go down, and then we'll see exactly who is left as we move to Trade H Falcony. Now, Kinsel did go down earlier. The squad is sending on 4 eliminations. Benjifish going to take down Scully. And then we see 19 total teams remaining, 70 players, and Zone continuing to pull south. We see shots happening all around him, but this squad, not looking healthy at all.
yeah, of course, with being such an aggressive squad, and you see they already have 4 eliminations that they picked up at the start of the game, right, in the early game. But you know, you want to have your full strength team, the health on them looking really terrible as well. It's going to be hard for them to pull this back, of course. You know, like they are, you know, you can never count them out, right, with being such great aggressive players. But it gets to a point where, you know, when you're in such a stacked lobby, the talent level kind of even its way out, and you just have to hope that you can pick up an easy kill and get some easy loot or something, because they are not looking good at all.
I agree. And a squad that is looking good right now is Benji, Mongrel, Nate, and Wolfies, as they are doing very well. They're getting a lot of elos. I think they're sitting on 1 or 2 right now, but you know, they're going to continue to get more. We swap over to Airwax, who's sitting in a bush, and I really like this. You're not wasting mats. We do swap over to Benji, who's currently in a fight there, and a player just on the other side. He's trying to pistol out these builds, just trying to get in, but RPGs are coming in. So they were doing very well. They got an elimination, and now this is where they need to measure their aggression. They do usually be they're a little bit too aggressive here. We do see Lobum going to take down Quavado. Asper's going to go down there too. Anonymous Hawker is going to takes down Shitty there. So I believe Ibuhai's team completely wiped out of the match there. I believe they placed 19. So they will get some placement points. Now Benji to get some shots there. He's going to take the blue medal. He's going to win it there. We do see the shots continue to come through here for him. As we see Pay 1K going to go down. Caxi going to go down there to CRR. That's going to be huge. CRR gets that. You know he needed that HP. He was sitting so low. So that's going to be really good. But in turn, I think he gets eliminated as well. So we'll swap on over. And yeah, it's only Falcony remaining here. Belly EU and company, I feel like taking out this squad. Falcony trying to stay alive. 58 HP in a dream. Just sitting up here waiting to try to just get any little thing that he can. 36 builds. There's not much. We do see Wakey going to take down Leo JT there in the elimination feed. So Team Retail Rose still alive and kicking. Is now Falcony going to get found out. The RPG going to come in. Savage going to take him on out. And that is Metro Squad going down there, I believe it's 17, as we swap back on over here to Benji.
Benji's team obviously in a good position. You see he's got that pistol picked up. Like, it's very difficult there. Obviously, you saw for Falcon, he kind of got bombarded there by Savage's team. And, you know, it'll be important to see that players don't get too tilted off of game 1, right? We still have 5 more games, you know, to come. And Benji's team just going to look to spam this team, obviously, using the RPGs available to him. He's only got 1 left, so I'm sure he'll probably try and save that unless there's an easy kill available. But you see them, they're just keeping on pressuring. Obviously, the players trying to move in closer, trying to get into that zone. Obviously, we're preparing for 50-50 to come after this one, and Be interesting to see how they actually stack up. Obviously, maybe the shield's not looking ideal for all of them. Nate and Wolfie's only at 50, right? And they're aware of the players above them, looking to maybe play again aggression play. Obviously, you know, Storm Surge could be a factor, right? With 5 players alive, and be interesting to see. Look, the Spurs are coming in and they're paying attention. They're looking for the easy kills. Gonna keep spraying on. Benji gets a tag with a pistol, but gotta be careful not to get too focused on this, as they could be susceptible to an RPG or shots from outside as they pick up the player for the easy elimination. And that loot's gonna be so helpful to them, right? Their shield and the loot is gonna be really good for them going into the end game here.
I agree. Any sort of loot that they can grab, because look at Benji's ammo, 57 light ammo, only 19 shotgun. He only has 1 RPG. Is now they're getting on into another little piece of action. They're trying to save Wolfies. Benji's kind of says, you know what, Wolfies, you got to get out by yourself. You got to come here. We can't really help you out. And as we see them back out, we do see 51 players. So Storm Surge will be here for 1 remaining player as we see the zone continuing to close. We're wondering where that 4th zone pulls. I believe we're in 4th zone now. Is that one's gonna kind of determine where half in, half out goes. We'll swap over here though to I believe this is a Belvide, Marcos forward and Provoked, as they ended up picking everybody back up back at Salty Springs. Zone gonna pull. Okay, so apologies. That was half in and half out, and now all grenades are gonna come in. Belvide going to be eliminated, but not just yet, as it seems like his team is going to be able to save him as the RPGs are coming in. I honestly think you just got to eat Belvide out of there and just get him out and say, you know what, hey, I'm not going to waste mass to try to pick you up. But he does have those floppers and the bandages, so could be useful to get him back up.
Yeah, especially with Martos going down there, it's going to be essential that they keep Belvide up. Obviously, he's got the health and the shield to get his way back up to a decent amount of health. And you know, 3 players alive, never ideal, but it's better than just having 2, right? It's good that they were able to pick him up, and they're gonna look to just rotate into the zone. It looks like Provoked actually made his way in, so they're just gonna be able to follow his coattails and get in safely there.
I agree. We do see Rihas gonna take down G2's toe high. So Savage and company, I don't know if they're all still alive. We did see Tohai go down. I believe Taxi went down earlier, as well as now Forward and company seem to be in a little bit of an engagement here. They're in a bad spot. We do swap over, and Savage and Bella, the only remaining members here for the squad, is all of a sudden not looking very good. They do have a nice shot on his players, but it's not going to connect. It seems like Savage and company did not get any shots there, as we do see players going down in the feed there. We'll continue to see who that is. I believe that's Anxios taking down someone I cannot see. Karachi going to be the one that gets taken out there. Lukey going to finish him off there, as we do see Rise Umi going to take down D-Mind's T. Savage sitting in a cone. This is where he operates so well. Every single time I've ever spectated this man, when he's a solo player, he's always somewhere in a cone. Luckily enough, now he does have Bella. Zone gonna pull the entire opposite way, and it's actually going over the water. So we'll see. We do see Putrid, Stormy Right, and Siberia Jake all going to go, but a very nice rotation here. A very good conservation of match. They're going to go up a layer just to get split a little bit. They decide, you know what, no, we're actually going to go down just to try to own their own layer. And this is what you really need in squads. You need to find your own layer and get to the zone. And this is what we've seen a lot of in a Houston Zane's squad, right? They rotate very early for that next zone. They rotate very early. They're all about playing the zone, and Savage and company are doing very well. You do see the team on high ground, luckily enough, gets to stay on their own builds for a little bit. As we swap over to Airwax and company, they are very far above Storm Surge. Again, 30 players for Storm Surge threshold, and we're at 44 currently. They need to pick some up. Mongrel company are still alive, so we'll keep our eye on that story as how it's building. A lot of big name players here still alive. We'll see what they're able to do. Airwax and company just rotated in. No one focused on fighting, right? Everyone seems to be rotating. Savage gonna get shotgunned there by Hawkers. That's gonna be him eliminated. Belvie gonna take down some players as well, but I think Bella EU just went down as well. See a lot of shots coming through here. Airwax gonna get tagged up there for 100 or so damage, trying to get through. But this is the hardest edit to make, and the hardest thing to do is when you're in that area. It's so hard. We do see Wolfie's gonna get a knock there on eye drop. I believe Chapek's going to be exploded there. Wolfie's finishing off eye drop. We do see Core Gaming going down there to Drobin. As we swap over to Wakey and company. I think this is the team on the high ground. Is Team Retail Row on the high ground? I think they are, and it seems like shots continuing to go through here for Wakey. He's trying to get through, and that's an entire squad. He's getting a lot of elims. Campo is going to be the one that took down Chapek. They're sitting on 5 elims. They have a lot of mats here. Harpoon gonna come out here from Wakey. Will it be enough to get himself an elimination? Is more RPGs gonna come down? He has to be careful though, as we see the builds coming out here. They do have floppers. We do see Mongrel gonna take down players. Benji gonna go down to Rise Ubi there in the backside of things. Will be eliminated in the turn. This shot's gonna come through. The Harpoon play into the AR spray was beautiful, but Droman gonna get taken down there by Res Ubi, who took down Benji as well. Now they're one less player. More shots continuing to come through here from Wakey from above. 30 builds remaining here for him. Ritz gonna go down there to Nikov. So Nikov and company are still all alive as we see more shots continuing to come through from the Harpoon. Wakey trying to make a play, trying to make something happen. Mongrel, Nate, and Wolfies are still all alive. Wakey a little bit too slow there with the Harpoon, and he's dropping the middies for his teammates. Look at the tarp down below them. That just allows them so much freedom. You see a nice 3D shot, and someone's trying to crank for high ground, it seems like. But it seems like they do manage to stave off the pressure for now. We'll see if they're able to get any shots through. Wolfies and company are still all alive. They're trying to go through. There's only, oh my God, a couple players without squad. Wakey takes a lot of damage, and now he's gonna fight for his life. Gets a nice pump, but the trap gonna take down two. Red Rush, the only remaining player. Ixios makes a huge play to try to take it back high ground, and Red Rush has to fend for his life here. We swap over to Vato, Airwax and company as they're getting in the box there. Airwax trying to get some shots, but he's missing. Nikov, Sky have to clutch up big as we see Wolfie's gonna be the player to take him out. Wolfies did go down. Nate went down as well. It's only Mongrel remaining for that squad. So the zone going up the side of a hill. We'll see. Sky trying to get some shots. A 128 to the head. I think that's going to get them down. I think that'll be enough. They're going to go back down. They're going to take out a fish. It definitely wasn't Benji. He got eliminated earlier. We'll see 8 players remaining. Sky is putting on a clinic on low ground. He's in everybody's face. Sky is doing so much right now to clutch up big for the squad. Scepter going down. We see Forward still alive. Mongrel sitting in zone. He's got floppers. Sky going to go down. Mongrel trying to clutch up big for the squad. They have so many eliminations. This would be so huge. Surfish in hand. Mongrel getting a lot of damage. Is going to take down, I believe that was provoked. Sky still over there. They're going to take third. Mongrel in a 1v1 scenario. Mongrel could clutch up for the squad. Shots going through. He doesn't hit the pump, but he takes a lot of damage. Mongrel going to clutch it up for the victory royale. They take home 14 eliminations and the victory. What a game! What a game! What a game!
What amazing play from Mongar there. You see he goes into the zone and he's using an advantage. He sees the players up on high ground and uses his guard to just completely laser them, and he goes and he regains the high ground. You saw him as well there. He does the little Mongar tunnels that he's, kind of patented and made very popular. And he's able to clutch up there. 1v1 situation, keeps his composure, hits the shotgun shots, and he picks up the win for his squad. Wow,
yeah, and what a way to start the season, the series. Series. I apologize, I don't know what that season, but what a way to start the series, right? To come out winning your first game with 14 eliminations. Now, if you don't know how WarLegend point breakdowns work, it's 5 points for every placement after 20th. So if you get 20th, you get 5 points. If you get 19th, you get 10 points, and so on and so forth. If you get a victory royale, you get 100 points plus a bonus 20. So every elimination then is insured worth 8 total points. Of course, if they had 14 times 8, someone can do the math, and that's 112 points. So they're looking to sit about 130 or 232, if my math is right, but don't quote me on that. I have been out of high school, college for a long time. But what a statement game. We saw so many players. Skype. I gotta hand it to him. He had Vato right behind him, but he was working like a solo. Mongrel with the fish play, I've talked about it time and time again here on WarLegend. The floppers and slurpfish that you get from Slurpee Swamp are so beneficial. And if you have someone like Wolfies who's just dedicated to carrying him, right? It opens up your inventory. Wolfies can drop him for you. If he gets eliminated right in front of you, grab. Drop everything you can, but a shotgun and an AR, there you go, Levin. You got enough heals to do exactly what Mongrel did. And wow.
Look,
I'm flabbergasted.
You should be, right? And there's gonna be more to come, right? This game 1 of first session. We have so many more games for you, so many more sessions for you. And we're gonna hope to see amazing plays like that come more often, right? Obviously, Mongrel, like we've said so many times at play, like the floppers this chapter have been so essential, and we've seen so many plays like that be able to be made, right? Of course, my biggest fear with the introduction of floppers and things like the bandage gun was that, hey, do we go back into this kind of heal off meta? But no, people don't use them to just heal off in the zone and kind of hide away. People use them to make aggressive plays like that. You heal up in the zone and you come running into the zone and just completely destroy everyone in your path, just like Mongrel did right there.
Yeah, and and now, and with the addition of the bandage cannon, or the bandy cannon, I call it right now, back in, it's been reintroduced. You can make even more plays if you find it on the ground or if you find it down below. So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that they popped off. I am very what a game. I still lost for words. That was incredible, incredible, incredible gameplay. And there is more to come. Again, that was only game number 1, like Levin said, out of game number 6. So we got 5 more games for you. Now, reminder, make sure you follow us here at WarLegend.net. Make sure you follow WL Fortnite on Twitter as well, so you can follow the series and the session leaderboards. Again, a reminder, if you don't make top 20 this time around, something happened there with my with our feed there. Unfortunately, things happened. And nope, boop, there we're back. And some things happen, but make sure you follow WarLegend on all social medias. They're doing awesome things. Make sure you check out Levin. All his social medias are right there underneath him in the chat. You can find mine as well. The leaderboard will be brought to you very, 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 very soon. I promise you guys will get that updated. WarLegend always working hard in the background. So, Levin, obviously, Benji and company are going to be on top after Mongrel's dominant performance. Do you think Sky and company are going to be in second, though?
Yeah, I'd assume so, right? Based off of what we just saw there, that was an insane amount of action coming up from Sky. You saw him going through the low ground there and completely wiping out everyone in his path. Obviously, he was with a teammate, but it looked like he was just playing solo and just kind of dominating the whole lobby there. It'll be interesting to see. I would assume they're second, but obviously the leaderboard will come up shortly. And like you said just now, things happen. We shouldn't just get too excited about what we see in the leaderboard now, because there's still more games to come. Things can happen. Obviously, we saw certain players playing well, but obviously the situations that they were in meant that they couldn't necessarily place as high or maybe get as many eliminations. So it'll be interesting to see how the teams towards the bottom of the leaderboard, how they react to being there. And obviously a lot of it starts with the early game contest, right? We saw as soon as the game started, so many players fell. Obviously, we saw Norwood squad falling, and it'll be interesting to see if that maybe happens again and if they're able to bounce back, because they're going to be on 0 points, right? Like there's going to be a lot of players who are not necessarily where you'd expect them to be. So I'm just interested to see how the middle of the leaderboard stacks up and how the bottom of the leaderboard reacts to being at the bottom.
I agree, and we talked about it the last time you were on. It's all about mentality. How can you keep a good mentality going in to the final 5 games, right? I say final 5 games, but the next 5 games, right? How do you say, okay, you know what? We're on the bottom of the leaderboard now. Don't change what we're doing. Just get better, improve our mistakes, keep going, and we'll see if the off-spawn fights continue to happen. If I believe Nyrox and company were fighting everybody off spawn. I think CRR as well as Norwood and company. So they are going to be in a very interesting spot towards the leaderboard. We'll see again exactly where everybody is. It's gonna be different than what you would expect. Again, I think it actually has just been updated, so I believe we will bring you on over to it shortly. And no surprise, Benji Fishy Harry is at the top. Yes, again, 232 points. I did my math right. They're on top, but
better than me.
Right behind Levin. Look at that. Biggest bots. 4th place, they had 16 eliminations. That's Irez, Umi, Stepchert, Loro, and Anxios, who got that double trap elimination on Wakey on the high ground. That was disgusting. And 3rd is actually going to be Provoked, Artos, Belvede, and Vorwin, who got 8 eliminations in the 2nd place there in that game. So a very, very good game there for them. We do see RSWD, who took 7th place, 9 eliminations. That's Red Rush, Drobin, Wakey, and Snappy. 96 box, apologize there, is in 5th. That's M10, Flutterboys, Pepper, Camo, and Rehas. And then we see Solary X Stream, who got 3rd place, but only 5 eliminations will net them a 6th place overall. And as you continue to go down, you do see Sven Scarlet there in 8th place. They got eighth place overall and 6 eliminations in that game. As we continue to scroll down to the bottom of the leaderboard, you'll see again, if your favorite team is not doing well, there is still 5 more games to go through. Reminder, only the top 20 go on to the next session. Then we will invite 5 more teams to come on through. So it's going to be a fight. You're going to see a lot of players either change up their strat, try to get more placement, try to get more eliminations, and maybe not contest off spawn 11.
Yeah, of course, like that is the biggest factor for a lot of these teams at the bottom, right? That we can assume that it was just a matter of them just being killed off of spawn. And we saw some of those fights, and those fights get really dicey, right? Because you don't have the best loot a lot of the time. You might not even have the best of shields. So obviously, I wouldn't get too down if I'm the leader of the team, if I'm the IG. I'm saying, guys, gotta get our heads screwed back on, go into the second game, and let's just make the most of what we got. Obviously, the top of the leaderboard looking nice, looking similar to what we expected. Obviously, didn't realize that Biggest Bots had that many kills. Right, they ended up having the most eliminations in the whole game there, and obviously that's sort of a surprise considering we just saw Mongrel and pop off. But obviously they're making some noise early on, right? And that's a big part of it as well, right? Having that momentum from game 1 going into game 2, they're going to look to replicate that performance, and if they can, then they're going to secure their spot into the next session.
I agree. And I want to point out the player with the most elims that match was Wolfies with 6. So we got to see if Wolfies gets the little bit of L2 action going on there again. A controversial topic, but hey, if it's in the game, use it. You'll booze it. Like the ballers, right? If the ballers were in the game, everybody that used it, hey, if you made it, you got the World Cup with it. Hey, you did better than me. You did better than me.
Better than me.
But I believe the game has started on up, and I think fingers crossed, everybody made it into the game. I'm seeing 100 all around. So I believe we'll get you guys into the game right away as soon as we get everything sorted out. Oh, there we go. We're talking about that it happens. Wow, it's going to be about off spawn fights. Where is everybody dropping? And look, Airwax and company are going, so they are going risky reels. I would love to know exactly where Item and company are going. I believe Savage and company still continuing their drop to the Northwest Islands. You do see in the bottom right-hand corner, there is a squad going to contest them there as well, as that fight that more than likely will happen in CV Stacks. And again, who do you think is going to be victorious though this time around? Will it be Aqua and company, or will it be Pay 1K and 2?
Hey, I'm assuming it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be hard to call, I'd say, right? Because once again, you never know what loot people pick up off spawn, right? If Aqua goes and picks up, I don't know, a purple tack and a big shield, hey, I'm probably gonna pick Aqua for that fight, right? But it'll be interesting to see who gets the right loot and who's able to actually pick up that fight. I'm hoping it's Aqua and them, because having two early deaths in a row it's never good for chemistry, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
I agree. As now it seems like Airwax and company are going to be contested here, and this is either 2 squads. It's going to be Vorwin and company's squad, or it's going to be Kinstar and company's squad. So we'll see exactly who it is. Now they do have that RPG off spawn that's going to act essentially like a shotgun if you're able to use it correctly. Now you don't want to knock yourself out there with that, of course. It would not be advantageous, as it looks like Nikoff and company going to continue to push on in. Airwax kind of playing the RPG here from behind. We'll see. It seems like they're trying to get in. They're trying to go aggressive and take the high ground. Now they're getting shot from the side, though. And this is why Airwax decided to stay back just a little bit as he runs back there to the west. Now trying to look towards the north. He's got enough builds to kind of make something happen, but nothing really. As we see Norwood going to take down Falcony. 4ZR going to go ahead and finish him on up. So the off-spawn fight going in favor of Norwood and company this time around. You do see Airwax wrapping around the backside. This is what you see a lot of teams do. They start to pinch him from one angle, but the only thing is Airwax did not get caught out here, as now you see him kind of start to get all on top of the players. And I don't know how many are here, but he does have a nice angle there. It's not going to actually go through. Airwax to get some shots, as we do see Airwax is going to go down there. He does take down some. That's going to be Zeno taking down Norwood. Is going to be taken down insured. We do see Lato and company trying to pick up some eliminations. I don't exactly know how many they do have, but Nyrox, Kidstar, and Zeno are back contesting yet again. As we do see, Zeno did take down Airwax there. Vitro and company squad, so all alive, of course, except Falcony. believe they did. I don't know if they took down. Oh, TRG gonna go down. I was just gonna say that. As we see two players inside trying to get up the res, I believe. Okay, so Norwood may have been a res there. I believe that is correct. As we see Petro just trying to get on in, trying to get some shots. He's gonna take down Norwood again. As we swap to see exactly what's happening here with him, we do see 25 squads remaining here for them as we see Petro as we swap over actually back over to Core Gaming and Company. It seems like, sometimes there's a little bit of issues, we just got to roll with it. We do see them with their signature wailing or weeping woods drop and always there. So we swap back over here. They are going to take down the entire squad as that happens. So a little bit of an issue, but Petro and Company end up winning as we see Vorwin going to get Dekoff there and get him eliminated. So I said it could be two squads, third party risky reels, and it is. Kenstar going to go down there to Belvide. Vato going to go down there to Zeno. Or continued shots going through as Kenstar and Zeno going to go down there to Belvide. We'll swap over to see if we can find that. Lato's still alive, but he's down. There's a lot of players in front of Skype. The only remaining member, he's right here. This is they need to do something. Skype has to. Nope. Well, I was gonna say do something crazy there, but he's gonna be eliminated. Zeno gonna be the one to take him on out. And
I'm not too much of a fan of that play there, right? They had kind of a pinch position, kind of holding that, and obviously, Airwax and Nico, very experienced players. Airwax going down there, right, while he's behind, if he just stays alive and is able to hold and doesn't get too aggressive, his team's probably able to press in and they pick up those kills, pretty easily. I don't know what he was kind of playing at there. Falls, gets a bit too excited, heat of the moment, I guess, the confidence in him, but. Kind of chunks like that, and I'm sure they're gonna probably look back at that and highlight that and say, wait, you got to keep composure. That's a basic play that we should be executing with 100% success rate. But obviously, Bouan squad gonna stay alive here, gonna win the battle of risky.
I agree. Apologize there. A little bit of an ad. Sometimes it happens. As we swap back over to the in-game perspective, Scepter and Company now they are fighting Fnatic, Power, Schmecky, and Darker, and it looks like they don't have the HP advantage from what I'm seeing on Power Stream. We swap back over again. Sometimes there's a little bit of an issue, sometimes streams lag, sometimes people are running ad. And so we'll see exactly how Core and Company are able to. They did have the best last game. I believe they're currently sitting at 13th place, so not the best, not the worst, but still in that top 20 position. So we'll see how it impacts going in as we see. I believe there was an elimination game there. I think Core is actually blocking the elimination feed. That's actually going to be Power and Specky's squad taking out Rez Ubi. So that's going to be an elimination netting in their favor. So 83 players remaining. Storm Surge will happen, I believe, in the second zone. I don't believe it happens in this one. I believe the first one is 90. So we are below it. But 13 players will need to go down once that second zone starts to close. As we swap on over here to Power and Company as they are in a little bit of a box fight. They're trying to find the players here, but nothing going to come through as it seems like they see the squad already running out, trying to get out of here. Power tried to use that pistol to his advantage, but he doesn't have a lot of ammo left, and this fight looks like it's just going to dissipate.
Yeah, it's at least good to see the squad with a couple of kills. Obviously, they were sitting at the bottom of the leaderboard after game one, right? Which is not too great. Obviously, Power and has a lot of supporters, rooting for him in this event. So it'll be interesting to kind of see, how they're able to move forward. Obviously, I'm assuming they got picked off quite early in the last game, which is why they had no points. But three kills picked up. Not the best of loot, right? Like you pointed to there, the pistol's great, but if you don't have a lot of bullets to spam with it, not too ideal. And obviously, the shield situation on all of them, not necessarily the best. They're gonna be looking for more. It'll be interesting to see how they go about actually attaining more. But yeah, very, very, very very good that they're still alive at least.
I agree. And we'll see that map overview. I think Timson Scarda might be that light blue team that you see there in the little middle of the river there. They're looking to come in. CB Stacks, I don't know if the off-spawn fight happened. I would love to know and see who that is. But we do see a lot of players rotating in from that east side. No one really on the west side. You see two people kind of split from their squad up north there on that westmost side. And then you see the two players down below Holly. They're kind of getting a lot of loot. And that's what you really want. You want your drop spawn drop, and if you're able to split it, you're going to get a lot more loot. just like they're doing is we'll see Sweaty Sands loot being split as well as we swap over to Benji and company. Now they don't have any eliminations. I think they were getting some snipe shots on the players. So this again, the squad to beat right now is they are in first place, but not by much limit. They were only in first by 19 points against Biggest Bots, but Biggest Spots I think is all but eliminated. I think they have one more player in the lobby. So if this game goes long, of course, well, it's probably gonna go long. But if it goes long for Benji and company, if they're not eliminated mid game or on rotation, that's gonna be so many more points there for them to try to continue to push their lead. And oh, look at this zone!
Oh my gosh!
It's 3/4 in the water.
Yeah, you know, it's the story of chapter 2. You know, let's call it that, right? It's such an interesting zone. Obviously, pulling once again so far away. Imagine this area that we're spectating right now, right? Look at how contested this area is. I think that is actually Svenskana that you said earlier. You don't want to be here. Obviously, getting sniped and falling, no more shields left, and it doesn't look like this team has much shield to spare, right? Obviously, their health not looking good, no eliminations, and their loot and their mats not looking ideal. They're gonna just to try to avoid this, right? They're gonna be able to just, you know, rotate somewhat freely. Obviously, these players taking a lot of shots at them, but yeah, you don't want to be here, right? When the zone is so far away and you've just got a minute to get there. Now, obviously, 37 seconds. It's never ideal, but they're just gonna have to just try to find their way to rotate as quick as possible. Because if you get caught, you know, rotating in very late, you're just gonna get help. You're gonna fall.
I agree. The only team there that knows that I saw and I know is there is Team Svenskana. They know how to rotate every single time because they land craggy, and I don't think I've ever seen the zone pull to craggy, right? So they always know they're gonna have to rotate against the zone, so they made their plans accordingly. We did see Sunrise Shmeki gonna get an elimination in the feed. Provoked gonna get eliminated there, knocked at least, and I could not see who that was by. As they claim L2 is now. Grenades are gonna come in. That's gonna be Provoked eliminated as we see Belvie loses a lot of shield. Marto's HP and shield are basically gone. Forward, the only one with fighting HP is more. Grenades, RPG shots coming through. This is not looking good here. Leo J gonna take down Martos, and all of a sudden this squad looked very, very healthy, looked very, very good. They were inside his own, but they walk into the wrong house. As Belvide is getting lost in the sauce here, he's trying to get out. As you see, he will be able to buy some time here. As more shots gonna come through. Martos still taking it over. A nice shot there, but he can't do enough. It's a 1v4 essentially. As we see Vorwin gonna try to help out. He's trying to get anything that he can. As more shots continuing to come through, players third party from afar. They're gonna finish him on enough power, gonna get another elimination, but he gets knocked in return. We see shots continuing to go on down. We see Vorwin, the only remaining member. He's trying to pick up Martos. He's trying to make something happen here. They are so far above Storm Surge threshold that you know, maybe they were a little bit too greedy, a little bit too egregious in their pathing, right? They're 1,000 damage above it. I haven't seen someone this far above Storm Surge in a long time, so we'll see how it goes out. And we actually have Zur and company third partying this fight, so this is looking very, very good for Ward and company because it's going to buy them time as we swap over. We do see Zur sitting on top of them with one elimination. We do see Piz going to take down 7 poor there. As we see shots continuing to be taken here by Wayne and company. Zur going to get tagged up there, 105 HP, trying to make his way on out. It manages to get out of there as you see Piz going to finish off 7 tour there. It seems like it was with a shotgun. Red Rush going to be exploded there with a, I believe, RPG or a grenade. We'll see exactly what, yeah, there it is right there. It is an explosion as Zur trying to make his way on out and up. He's trying to put some separation here, but it doesn't look good here for them, as I believe iDrop is going to get an elimination. I couldn't exactly see who it was. As we see them just kind of sitting here waiting. They're just kind of playing it a little bit safe now.
Yeah, they're looking to, you know, they've picked up a couple eliminations. They've been quite aggressive. Obviously, they had, you know, the most elimination last game. I think they're looking to just kind of take it slow. See, they're aware of the area being highly congested. Obviously, a lot of players around. I'd say they're making the right play here, right? They're just gonna play it safe, make sure they get into the zone. Obviously, all looking pretty good, I'd say, when it comes to materials and loot, from what I can see at least. And you know, just gonna look to rotate in. doesn't know that many people are focusing on them, so not bad. And I spoke too soon. That's the caster's curse for you there, right? Of course. As soon as I say that, team member gets sniped. Although they are being a bit, a bit focused, I'd say that they're looking pretty decent to get in. And once again, caster's curse coming in as they get RPG'd. I'm gonna hand over to you, Clay. It's looking very hectic right now.
Yeah, hectic indeed. It seems like they're just being very aggressive when they don't really need. As you see them building to try to trap this other player out, trying to get together. Seems like they just decided, you know what, hey, build up, just try to get a nice spot in the zone, and we're just gonna sit here now. Now, since Scardo was eliminated in the back, and I believe Andretta and company did take them on out, so they're gonna have a very tough road again. I believe they were sitting around 8th place last time we saw them, so still have a lot of wiggle room there within the top 20. Again, the top 20 is what everybody is shooting for. You want to be in the top 20, otherwise you are not invited back to the next session. So you need to be within it. And so Azure and company looking very, very good right now. Now, they did not, I believe, have the best first game. I believe they got 21st place and 1 defeat, so already looking better. Now we move over to Savage and company, who had a great early game last game and early in the mid game, but their late game was kind of not there. Savage gonna miss a snipe there, and you don't expect that often there. As we see Savage gonna take down a player there in the elimination feed. This squad looking good though. They already have a position in zone, so we'll see exactly what they're able to do.
Yeah, you see there, they're looking for the snipes, obviously, looking to break the wall snipe. We've seen so many of those plays being made over and over again. Unsuccessful this time. You see they're desperate for tags. I'm sure, that they're very cautious of that storm surge, right? Very intelligent players. It's a team that's very good at getting to that late game, and obviously a criticism I've had of them is their ability to pick up more frags. Obviously, when you have such a talented fragger like Savage on your squad, you expect him to carry that load, and obviously when he's missing snipes, it's never the best day. But I'm sure they're gonna be still confident that they can pick up some more eliminations going into the end game.
I agree. You see the bottom left-hand corner there. That squad picking up elimination. I believe that's Belvita and company. Is they were wow, and if it is, yeah, they ended up getting 2 reboots. Yeah, because remember. Yeah, God, Provoked and company were knocked. You see, now they're going to get re-picked up and re-knocked back. It's going to be 3 of them knocked. Marto's going to be the only one remaining, and that's going to be, and I can't exactly tell who that is picking up the eliminations. You see Vorwin trying to crawl, and LV trying to crawl as well. Marto's trying to do something here, as it's Eon Snappy going to take them down. As we see Marto's the only remaining member here for the squad, trying to have something here, trying to do anything that he can. And honestly, he's trying to hide right now. But they found him out. They know exactly where he is. We do see DMIT going to be knocked there by Caxi. We do see Artor being knocked as well. Caxi will finish that elimination on off. But this squad, 7 eliminations. So even if they go down right now, it will be a lot of elimination points. That's 56 total elimination points if that total is correct. We do see Martos does have enough builds to stay alive here. He's got a decent amount of builds. We'll see. We swap over to none other than our first place team of Benji, Mongrel, Nate, and Wolfies, and they are looking very, very good, other than the materials here on Benji.
See, we see here they have 0 elimination. Said Wolfies, had individually as a player last game, and they had the second most. As I speak, he goes down. Not too ideal. Of course, they were looking really good, and now listen, they're gonna get focused, and the nades start to come in here. Benji looking to just hide in this cone, making sure they get as far away from that angle as possible. Will they be able to keep up Wolfies? It's not looking too good as he falls, and it's not very ideal there, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, though, I just think you gotta stop saying players' names at this point.
I might stop talking. Yeah, I don't think that's the play for me.
Yeah, I think, Lemon's luck just not there today, as we see Nate trying to get in, trying to get those codes, as now more grenades are being thrown. Seems like they're making their way out safely. A little bit separated. Seems like he's on the player, as it looks like they're gonna go ahead and pick up Wolfie's loot. Doesn't seem like a lot of fish were there. Maybe they were already picked on. Benji actually gonna go ahead and drop that fishing pole, and I definitely think it's worth it to drop it. You can't really get as much loot there with it. Benji gonna find a player out there. Oh my God, is that Benji or Wolfie's there with that aim? Because honestly, that looked like a controller. Benji saying, hey, you know what? You've got aim assist, but I've got my whole arm to aim there, as we see zone closing on in. We'll see exactly where it goes, but this squad is not a stranger to operating with one less player. They are so good that they can. We do see Siberia going to take down TV1 Archer there with the sniper. G Company trying to get eliminations there as we see the POV here. This is gonna be Core on the left, Benji and Company on the right. Will they be able to get any more eliminations? They're rotating out into the zone. It looks like they are gonna have a very easy path here. They have to be careful from above though. And Mongrel gonna get sniped from behind. So they were rotating a little bit egregiously, but they are gonna be able to pick up the res here as we rotate into the half in, half out. We do see Future going to take down Anas there as we swap on over here to Zura and Company, who seem like they have the current high ground, but they've got to rotate on it, and someone in zone already has the high ground.
Yeah, of course, you know, all players on their squad are very, very talented, right? But Mongrel and Wolfie's two of the best fraggers, the two of the best slayers on their squad. So them both going down is going to be more difficult for Nate and Benji to pick up some elimination points. But obviously, as we tune in here with Zura's team, they're looking to rotate in and really intelligent rotation. They're kind of rotating below. And, you know, I'm just going to stop. I
think Levin's just cursed right now. Ooh, Yoda going to be able to yoink him there. As it seems like they will be able to pick him on up there. The harpoon coming in from Yoda to save Levin there. Levin, caster cursing everybody as we swap over to Payland, King, Kuwato, Freebach, and as there's someone nearby, Pate says there's someone on his building, but look, they are in shambles. No shields on Pate and Freebach. They have not a lot of ammo, no RPGs. Their maps are looking all right. Code is going to pull back to the east there, so they have a little bit of wiggle room, but this is not looking good here for them. They have to come out with something here. Dropping mats there for the squad. You know, this is not going to look good, but we'll see as we swap over to this is Metro and Company. They are all alive. They have 5 eliminations right now as they're looking to rotate in now. They're playing the low ground. They have a very, 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 very strong low ground team. They are very good, especially with CRR in the tight quarters with that aim. Hey, we've seen it time and time and again. Nick Merckx being very good at that shockingly close quarters combat. CRR, no stranger. We see Metro going to preemptively put down a floor to code there, trying to get some shots. He's actually going to shoot on out. Had he waited, he would have gotten elimination. Now 30 players need to go down. Shots continuing to go through. They're trying to get on into the box. We do see Teachum going to go down there to Ghost Camo. So Camo, Letterboys, Pepper, and I do not remember who they're playing with. Still all alive there. We'll see though as Metro going to get tagged up here. He doesn't have any shield to heal himself out with. Savage going to take down Zura. Metro focusing on the back end of the zone, trying to get any eliminations, trying to keep players from getting it. Going to take down Putrid. Metro and Company still trying to find more eliminations. We see 38 players. Mongrel going to take down another one. And that's going to be more eliminations. Benji going to take down one. Savage going to take down another. Savage going to take down another. Savage is on a rampage right now. We see Benji finally get elimination there. On to Stormy right. Shaking going to go down there to Core. Savage going to take down another one. It looks like they have the high ground. I got ahead of myself. They're in the mid ground. But they're doing very well. They have a team on top of them, though. They have to get through. It seems like that player managed to back on out. They do have a lot to work with here, though, as Tohai going to pick up elimination as well. Ain't going to pick up another one in the low ground there. Savage going to go down there. They weren't protecting their back, and that's going to be Aqua and Company there on top of his CRR Company going to take down players as well. We do see Belly U, Tohai, and Taxi trying to rotate on in. Team on high ground trying to pressure out from below. I believe Benji did fall. Mongrel was very, very, very low. He's the last rated members. Nate did go down as well. So our first place team only has 1 remaining. This is going to be Core, Savin, and Tux on the high ground. And they're looking to pick up the victory, sitting on 2 eliminations. They're spamming the right players, but will it be enough? Mongrel will be eliminated there. Core going to get some shots there onto the players, but will it be enough? Will they be able to pick up the victory here? This is what they all want. They want to get out of that spot here. As we see shots continuing through, Bella and Company are still alive, but they are very low as shots continuing to go through. I believe Bella was just knocked there. As Tohai, the only remaining member for the squad. He's picking up elims on the backside of his own. Core and Company on the high ground trying to get some eliminations. As we see low ground has an entire team there. Tohai is all alone. That squad has 7 eliminations. We'll see is Tux. No, Savin gonna go down there. So it's up to Core and Tux on the high ground. We'll see if they're able to do it. As we see the players inside of the zone trying to make plays there. I believe Tohai ran all the way in the zone. He's going to end up getting 4th there as he got eliminated. I could not see who it was by as we see Core and Company trying to pick up the victory here, but they don't have the numbers raiders. There's going to be a knock and elimination going on over We see, I think, only a handful of players remaining. They're going to take down Rehas there, as it seems like it might be in their favor. It seems like they're going to win it. Yeah, 2v2. It seems like they have the high ground. It doesn't seem, though, like Core has any mats, though. He's got to try to find something. It seems like mats will be dropped here for him, but will they drop down? As shots continuing to go through, they're trying to get any shots to indicate where these players are HP-wise. This is just a very textbook high ground play here for them. They've had it pretty dominantly into the moving zones. RPG gonna come out though. It's gonna drop them down. It's a lot of mats. Will they? The team on low ground start cranking because it seems like they have a lot of mats to continue to build. Core and company are running on out 7-6-5 builds remaining here for Core. Building about Tux is going to lose a lot of builds as well. They are very healthy though here on the high ground. They haven't taken a lot of damage. Tux about 190 effective HP. They're going to get dropped though. Now shots going to come through. Tux dropped all the way down. Shots going to go through. They're going to knock one. Core trying to knock the other one. He's trying to drop down. He is going to get it there with Tux's and cooperation and a GG well played there. They pick up the victory royale. 7 eliminations as well. And we have a different winner for this game 11.
Hey, they had a textbook finish there on the high ground. You know, watching through that, right? We saw the nice little camera perspective of the whole zone. They had an easy time on high ground. There was so much, you know, chaos going on below them that it meant that they were able to kind of cruise control their way through some of those zones. And then once it gets into the situation where, you know, they actually have to kind of, you know, start paying attention, they made a good job of, you know, making sure that they didn't get flustered by the RPG, you know, coming from the below them. They eventually get dropped, right? But, you know, at that point, they're able to clutch up, hit their shots, and they pick up the easy win for them with seven eliminations.
I agree. And something I was not expecting was Toei and company to all be eliminated so quickly. Right? One thing they made a big mistake of is not blocking their back. And we saw that with Savage going down there too. And I don't exactly know if it's Aqua or Stompy. Again, they have the different names, I believe. The one that we saw, I can't even. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who it was.
That might have been Shinken.
Yeah,
I think that is Shinken.
I'm not too sure, but going down there is so big. And again, Savage is the youngest member there on the squad. Is, you know, they call themselves the Boomer X Zoomer squad, right? He just going down. It cost the team a lot.
Yeah.
But they still have the chance to make it on through. Mongrel Company did very well. I believe they ended up getting maybe 4th or so place. They got, I can't remember exactly where they got, but they maybe 7th. I think they got 7th place. But overall, going to increase their lead. Will it be enough for Core and Company? As I believe previously they were sitting around 13th, is what I said. So points for them will be good if they got 7 eliminations plus that victory royale. 120 plus 56 points. So what is that? 176 points, so everyone else can math there at home. Of course, it'll be updated.
That's not too good.
Yeah, it'll be updated there in the back end. But overall, a pretty textbook play and a very easy victory royale for Low Movement Company.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say going back to kind of what happened with Savage's squad, we saw them in the kill feed get a lot of eliminations. Savage, particularly, he was picking up elim after elim after elim. I think maybe it's a heat of the moment thing. Maybe he got a bit too carried away, and I think often that's the difference, right, between being able to win games and falling a bit too early. You know, making sure that you have those key fundamental things, right? That's a basic, you know, fundamental of competitive Fortnite, being able to make sure you have your back checked and closing off your back. They always see, you know, get kind of just destroyed by Aqua's squad from behind. And obviously if he's just blocking that off, if he's maybe a bit more aware of that doesn't happen. Obviously, I know Tohaj is usually the person who kind of stays behind in their squad. So maybe like the in the scurry of the moment with all the eliminations taking place, they lost a bit of their formation there. But still be able to pick up a lot of eliminations and get into the end game. So a good chunk of points for them. And it'll be interesting to see how the leaderboard shapes up after that game. There was a lot of good games for a lot of good players.
I agree. And someone in chat mentioned Camo goes Camo is slayed out. Yeah. I saw elimination after elimination after elimination come on through. So we'll see where they stack up. Again, he's playing with Rehas. That was a player whose name I could not remember. It's always hard to try to remember, what is that, 100 different players' names plus more in your head at the same time. So, you know, we do the best we can. But overall, a great game for everybody. We saw different off-spawn fights go different ways. A squad I'm looking to perform for ZR Norway, DRG, and their squad member, because they didn't get off spawn this time. And Dilix, like, they died off spawn again to Mitro and company. So we'll see. The Sweaty Sands going to be very interesting. That fight going to be something we have to take a look at, as well as the Risky Reels fight between Airwax and company, who had I think, I'll be honest, they had the eliminations, they had that fight, but they just pushed in too aggressively.
Yeah, I said it in the moment. I was not a fan of at all, especially coming from a veteran squad like themselves, right? And they have all the experience in the world, so never expect them to make such a bad play. I just want to personally apologize to every squad that I cursed and I put into shambles. I apologize. I don't know what it is. I will stop speaking. Maybe I should cast in reverse, right? Instead of saying the good things they're doing, I'll just say the bad things. So more good things will come.
Yeah, I don't know what that, sometimes it has to happen. Someone's got to do it. Either it's going to be me or you as we swap over. We will see the leaderboard update, and Benji Fishy and company do get their 7th place, 6 elimination game there for them, as now they're in first by about a 51 point lead there against Mitro and company. Oh my God. Mitro and company got 2nd place, 18 eliminations. Wow. We're definitely going to have to spectate them towards that the off spawn fight there. They had a very, very good game. 96 bots will be in 3rd. That's going to be Fledermoy's, Pepper, Camo, and Rias, as they are only 9 points behind best players. They got an 8th place or 8th elimination, 3rd place there. As we do see Provoked, Vorwin, Martos, and Belvide take 15th place, 7 eliminations. So they got some elims there. They're down to 4th. We do see Veloz X Atlantis. Of course, that's Core Gaming, Save It, Low Boom, and Tux taking 1st place with 8 eliminations. So they actually end up picking 1 more than we thought there. So looking good. Boomer team is now in 7th. They had 4th place, 8 eliminations. So a very good game. It's all within striking distance. Of course, what players need to look at, what people need to look at, is the top 20. You need to be in the top 20 to come back to the next session. So you have to fight hard. Again, there's the series leaderboard. So today, all of the points will count towards the series leaderboard, even if you are not in the top 20. But that will be your score, and it'll be your score throughout the series. So you're looking to try to get in. If you need to find something, they need to do something, because it's starting to get down to not many more games left. We still have 4, but once we cross that halfway point, it's going to be very, very hard to get more and more points, Levin.
Yeah, it starts to get dicey if you're one of those teams in 21 to 25. You're starting to look around you and say, "Hey, we got to do something. We don't want to be here for much longer." Especially when you see some very talented squads, right, in that top 21 to 25 range. And to be fair, all of these squads are very talented, right? But interesting to see. Looking at the top of the leaderboard, Benji, Fishy, Carry able to maintain their 1st place spot. Obviously, we saw them. They had a couple hurdles, right? Obviously, Wolfie's falling. And obviously Mongrel fallen, but they able to pick him up. But as a whole, I think they played a great game. It'd be interesting to see if they maintain this form, right? Is it just a first couple games are good and then they drop off? And then with other squads, right, it'll be interesting to see if they're able to make shine, actually, because there's a lot of squads who I feel like we've probably gone a bit unnoticed, right? We've not seen much out of Svenskana, for example. Obviously, compared to the first game, we didn't see much out of Sky squad. Obviously, we did see they fell early, right? But a lot of these squads, we want to see them perform well. We want to see them get their highlight plays and rise up the leaderboards a bit more.
I agree. It was just swap in. We'll see exactly. Sweaty Sand's going to be the first POI drop, so we'll see if anybody can test that. Again, it's going to be between Sweaty Sands. It seems like Steamy Stacks as well as Risky Reels being the points of contention. So we'll see if we can get everything there for you guys. It's going to be a very, very hectic off spawn fight there. And I believe Sweaty, I see it on another stream, is, I think, contested yet again. So it's going to come out to who's got better aim, who lands on the best gun. If you try to 50-50 someone, do you have the better ping? Because 100%, that's what that comes down to. We do see Savage landing at the those containers there, which I didn't know existed until the other day. They're actually like really good loot, and that free metal, basically, so good. We do see Core going to have a sight there, trying to hit some out of the air, but not going to connect. There is Airwax is going to be contested again off spot as he's trying to hit some shots there with the pistol. None of them connecting there for him, as now he's going to go ahead and open up the chest and see what he's rewarded with. A nice rare SMG there, as it looks like he's going to go to try to day trick that player. as the nades are going to go through. They're not going to connect there, but that's going to cause a little bit of issues. Power going to get elimination right off the spawn as well. So he will be the first player picking up an elimination. So we'll see how this all spawn fight works. But what they need to do, Levin, is not be too aggressive and lose their positioning.
Yeah, they have great position now. It's gonna be all they have to do, right, is just keep their composure and play together, right? Don't take any solo fights. Don't get a bit too excited. Just use the loot you have, use the shields you have, and play as a team. Oh, and someone gets snipes. So I think they're probably gonna be able to pick up the res tier, but obviously it's not looking too good. I don't know if they have necessarily. Oh, look, they have the medkit there, so Nikov gonna be able to get back up to 100 HP, and they gotta be careful not to get pressured as to force. So this has gone from a decent position for them to not very good. Obviously now this team is going to be looking to pressure them. I think Sky looking to try make a play, right? It's always great to have a playmaker like him on your squad, looking to take their attention away from the revive. And a third-party team coming in as well. So with not too much loot on them, they're going to be thrown right into a fight here. Take this away.
Yeah, they're thrown right into a fight they didn't want to take, as there's going to be Nikov going down again. So Airwax, Vato, and Sky have to do something, as we do see Belvide going to be in the elimination feed. I cannot see exactly who taken out. We do see Item going to get taken out there by Sky. So a good return to elimination. So again, Belvide and company here, Sky and company here, and Item and company all right here in this one POI. We do see Wakey going to go down there to Karachi. So that's going to be Retail Row team fighting yet again. The card will be picked up. And honestly, now if I'm Airwax, I made the call. Leave. Get out of here. We'll swap on over to see what Naira, Item, Zeno, and Kenstar can do again. Item did just get eliminated. So we do see there is 2 other squads here. I believe is now going to be another squad coming on in from Salty Springs. I believe that's Belvide and company coming on in. Naira's very, very low. We'll be able to pop this med kit there, as we do see Aqua going to go down there into Freelock. So that's the Stevie Stacks fight happening. Aqua getting RPG'd from behind, and look at this. He needs to get out of here quickly. He's losing every ounce of HP that he has. He's got to try to do something. Red Rush going to go down. Rock's going to go down there. That's actually going to be, I think that's provoked. I don't think that's Metro Company. I think that's provoked. They changed their name similarly. Yes, that is going to be provoked, taking down Nyrox. So this off spawn fight continuing to go in favor of Belvide and company.
And a bit of a BM there, right? Just to try to pickaxe him at the same time, saving the ammo. Good. You saw they made a really good decision, right? To build up high so that they get a better angle, so that even though Nyrox was trying to, farm as he runs and put wall in front of him in the team, they're able to get above and just pick him off there and just get the quick elimination. You see, they're not done, right? They still see the players here looking for the snipe, not able to pick it up, but they're just gonna keep hammering down on them, putting that pressure on. And yeah, you see them.
Yeah.
Oh, I think one. Yeah. So one of the players is knocked. They're just gonna. They're gonna look, and they're swimming away. They're just gonna look to keep hammering on the snipes. Not able to connect with any, but this pressure is obviously great, right? If you hit one of the snipes, it completely turns the fight around.
I agree, but this is too much, right? They're getting in territory of Svenskata, of other squads. They're being very aggressive. If I'm Belvide, Vorwood, Provoked, and Martos, I say, you know what? We back out. We're way too far away from where we normally are. We need to just back it out, and I think the call has been made. They are backing out. They're going back to Risky, and they're actually going to go to the bush chest. And you know what? I'm terrified. I'm traumatized of these bushes. Everybody hides in them. Everybody just sits there and waits as we see that they're going to be able to get these chests here. Is Belvide just going to go ahead and preemptively shoot just in case, as we see 85 players. I don't know if Norwood and company ended up making one out. I didn't see any elims come on through there from Metro and that. So it seems like that fight did go, it didn't happen or didn't go anyway. We do see Airwax, Vato, Sky are still alive, but this is not good. They're in another fight as they need to just run away. And it seems like this was the squad that went to the north here, as now for some reason it seems like they're going to fight Svenskata here. That'd be the only logical reason, right? They're near Craggy. Is the zone actually going to pull to Craggy? Is Sky going to be taken down? Yep, Chapik. So it is Svenskata. That's going to be the elimination. After them, Vato and Airwax need to get out. They need to just run away. They need to cut their losses. You see Airwax says, you know what, Vato? I'm going to even leave you behind.
Yeah, there's not much you can do, right? Especially with such a talented squad like Sinscana on the prow. Very difficult. Very difficult, right? I be aware of the teams, right, that are around and where you're on the map. I think they should have been aware. Hey, wait. I know we need to escape, but look, we're kind of rotating right into one of the best teams in this whole tournament. We should probably look to maybe go a bit further west. They didn't, and it cost them, but I think now obviously separating gonna just be the best option. And as we tune into Soy Springs action here with Scorley, looks like they're a bit split, and he sees the players to his left. Gonna look for the L2. Being very patient, the trigger finger. Not able to pick up the headshots like you'd expect him to with the controller in hand, but still just looking to box up and play the box fights, right?
Yeah, but he's gonna lose his wall and almost loses his life there, but Falcony gonna take it down there, but his teammate Kitzel helping him on out. A very good play there by Scully to wait and just try to make something happen. The swap over to 7. Josh Caster gonna go ahead and finish off Falcony. So again, this is 3. It seemed like at 1.3 teams, but for some reason now Caster coming in from the outside there. 7 Josh trying to build on top of there. Gonna go ahead and go up an extra layer or 2. Just to provide him with a little bit of coverage, continuing to edit out, continuing to box on up. Josh does not have a lot of effective HP. Leo JT on about 10 HP. Castery, apologize there on the squad here, is effectively good, but I don't know his match situation. I don't know exactly how this is panning out, but they're going to have to finish it quickly because the third party will come on through. CRR going to take down Leo JT. Caster going to take down Kids. So in return, CRR going to go down as well. Suddenly, this fight looks very good for them. They're going to take down Mitro as well. That's going to be the squad wipe there for them. And best players suddenly are no longer the best.
Castery going completely off there, right? 3 eliminations on one of the best squads. Obviously, their name is best players. He picks up 3 kills and saves their game, right? I was about to say it's looking pretty dicey. It looks like they're dead, but let me not speak too soon as there are players surrounding them, right? They need to be careful to stay alive here. Obviously, Castery, right, probably gonna be feeling really good after picking up those 3 kills, but will he be able to continue that form? Looks like they're just gonna kind of hide it out. The squad is still looking for them, and he goes for the RPG play, hits the RPG, and hits 30 for a nice 30 shot on him as well. But it's not looking like enough. Castery falls there, and he's 7 Josh is alone here.
Yeah, this is against Benji, Mongrel, Nate, and Wolfies. It is now 7 Josh has to make something. He's gonna get right into Benji's face, and Benji says, "Hi, hello, take this L and hold it for me really quickly." As they dance on top of it, they say, "You know what? We've got the stronger L2 on our team." As we swap on over here to Benji's perspective, I believe this is the little bit of a delay. I think they're ready. So you'll see it here as it comes through. 7 Josh gonna edit on through. Benji, you're gonna take the L right now there, and hey, a little bit of BM goes a long way. As you see, they're all dancing on top of them. They do have 1 elimination, 70 players remaining, so we will have Storm Search for 1 player, and is Zone pulling forward northeast. This will be the first time in a while, 11, I've seen the northeast side zone.
Yeah, the northeast players getting some love right there, right? I'm sure every player in anywhere near the north will just be happy that they don't have to travel across the whole map to get to zone, right? Going back to that fight, obviously Benji Fishy's face, not the one face I'd want to be up close to. That big orange fish is a scary sight up close. Shooting to Savage's squad here. I'm sure they're gonna be they're one of the teams definitely happy about where the zone is positioned, as they kind of look to take their position in Craggy here. Interesting to see, right? With all the zone, with the way the zone's pulled, sorry, how that maybe changes up the way the end game looks, right? Some of the squads that we've seen land northwest. As you can see, a snap goes down here. I think they're probably gonna be able to get a rest, and Savage gets snapped as well. And you see his reaction. He's not happy about that at all, and he's calling for the rest to come in. I'll be interested to see if the players who picks up these fights look for the pressure, and they do. Nade's going to be coming in, not looking very bright for Savage right now. Bella's trying to make his way, but it's not going to be enough time. 11 HP left, and they are on his body. That's actually Vitality TRG. They're picking up the loot off of Savage's body there. What do you make of that?
A little bit of a misplay there. Can't really predict the prediction side to that kind of the pre-fire side, but that confirms that DRG did make it out of spawn, and this is going to be good. They need those points. I will see how it stacks up. We do see Belvide pick up an elimination. His squad picking up one as well. He's trying to get those grenades. They're going to take damage there as well. They're going to the widened player. That call going to go through. Vorwin going to take down one, but another going to take down him as more shots continuing to go through. Vorwin calling for the instant res. It seems like he was knocked by a trap. It seems like, or maybe he put a trap and knocked the player, because there's no reason he would have been instant res if there was a player on top of it. As Belvide trying to find players inside these boxes, he's trying just go ahead and make sure that he owns everything, trying to get some shots, making sure no one's hiding in those cones, you know, not trying to be a little sneaky rat. As we see the elimination going to come on through, they're going to knock down a player as well. As, oh, hold on, all of a sudden this looks bad for them. Belvide gotta get taken down there. This is Crush R and company. You see Belvide gonna get carried by Martos. Provoke gonna go down as well, and all of a sudden this looks very, very bad. Vorwin gonna take down a player as well, I believe. Vorwin finishing up on everybody, but they lose Provoked for being a little bit too aggressive, and Zone going more north.
Yeah, I think that's been one of my main criticisms of the squad, right? Obviously, we saw earlier that Risky Reels fight, they looked like they overextended. They're getting a bit too aggressive, and that does seem to be a common pattern of them as they tune into Norwood's squad here. They have, well, it's like 2 eliminations on them so far, and like you said, with Zone pulling more north, they're chilling pretty close to Zone, so they're gonna be able to rotate in for free by the looks of where they are. You know, health and shield not looking ideal, but I'm sure they're happy to finally be getting towards that end game, right?
I agree. And look, Belvide Martos just got taken down by Travis. So Sparta is back as we swap back over forward. Is trying to pick up Belvide here as he's going to be able to. His rocket's going to slide on by. Martos still there and trying to help on out, but it's not with the calls, right? He's trying to give anything that he can. Travis going to go and finish him on off. So since Sparta finally pulling Zone, and they're here to stay. It seems like they're getting some more RPGs in here. There's more shots continuing to come through. Belvide did take some shields there. He's trying to find something there. As Vorwin about 125 HP. Wall gonna get taken here. A coin flip, not in his way. The pressure gonna come out from above, and it's coming on through here from Belvide. He's trying to continue to get any sort of real estate, any sort of shot there. Vorwin, I think, gonna stay in his box here. They continue to move around. They're losing a lot of match, so they have enough to keep this up for a little bit. But again, third parties, Zone, bat count. It's a war of attrition at this point. Belvide just gonna go ahead and sit inside of a code and try to find any sort of advantage that he can. But this team, since Garda, they're not gonna let you go with these players remaining. They're not gonna let it go that easily. As Belvide trying to rotate back, it seems like he wanted to go for that card, maybe give himself a little bit more real estate so he can walk around without getting shot at, without players knowing exactly where he is. But it seems like this fight gonna dissipate here. I believe since Garda is sitting still on 1 elimination. So again, it seems like they were playing very defensive when they got attacked, but because they were too aggressive in their previous positioning, right, Levin? That's what got them into this fight.
Yeah, like, what goes around comes around, right? They spend a lot of their time kind of pushing teams very aggressively, and then they get pushed quite aggressively. You see, they kind of left, you know, not in an ideal position. Obviously, 2 players initially is not ideal. I was gonna hint towards their mats being quite low, and they get a gift from God, because right now, you know, looking pretty good on the mats here for Elvid. Obviously 555 really, obviously 460, so close to 500. As they look to rotate in here, they're gonna hope that they don't get focused too hard as we look and see all these different perspectives. It'll be interesting to see bottom left what's going on here. I think that's Pate gets completely eliminated. I think that is like you see Benji scored in the bottom right as well, sitting pretty comfortably. And Bouan not very happy, right? He gets eliminated there, not very happy at all. But we're just gonna look to stay alive with the bandy cannon and, you know, get his teammates loot. Obviously, seeing some pretty nice loot, but the pressure's not gonna stop, right? The players know he's there, and they're just gonna keep on hammering in, and it looks like he's gonna fall here. Nade's coming in, Storm obviously doing damage as well. Bandy cannon in hand, but I'm sure the players are gonna look to find him, right? And oh, 290 snipe! It's not enough. It's a really sick snipe there, but it's not enough as he falls, and they're gonna be able to get the revive there. So unfortunate that play means nothing in the grand scheme of things, but wow,
Yeah, what a sight. But we got to talk about DRG is fighting Mongrel and company. They did take down Nate, but DRG gonna fall. Now, Norwood fell previously, so Forzion and Dylan have to get points. They have to disengage as much as they can. They need points because they are not anywhere near the top of the leaderboard. I don't know if they're in the top 20 either. As there we go, you see Nate gonna get trying to yoink back up. Mongrel gonna continue to be aggressive. That was Norwood Forzion going down. Apologize there. That was the return elimination. Again, Benji had a little bit of a delay there. So we see the res will come on through. This is going to be good here for them. Again, looking good, but their mats not looking the best. But they will be able to pick them up. They do have a lot of floppers because of where they land. Benji going to go and drop up a flopper each. It seems like one flop per person is going to be dropped there. As they're trying to find the remaining loot, they're trying to find the remaining players. It seems like Benji and company always seem to find opportunistic eliminations. That's what I'll say. Opportunistic, right? They're not looking for them, but if they come to them, then hey, might as well. You see Benji just trying to look towards high ground there. It's got to pull. It's got to either pull south, southwest, or southeast, because there's no way the half in, half out would go to the north, in my opinion. But I've seen crazier things. I've seen it completely go across islands. So we'll see exactly. I think Team Svenska currently is on a high ground position. So that's going to be very, very interesting to see how it plays out. They might actually be right above, as we do see the dual POV here. This is Svenska on the left, Benji Fishy Carry on the right. As you see the RPGs from Svenska are going to pull, and it is going to pull to the southwest here, and Svenska on the high ground. This is where we are used to seeing them leaven.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty tight up on the high ground. Obviously, we see Benji Fishy obviously looking up at them, and they're not happy about their position. I'd say when it depending on well, maybe that's changed, right? Because the 50-50 zone comes in, and I know Sensano are going to be extremely happy that they have it, and they're sitting pretty tight on high ground. Matt's looking pretty decent here for crew, and they're just looking for more eliminations, right? They only got 3 right now, and they're looking to increase that total as they do so well, looking to pressure the players below them. RPG and spray, triple spray coming in, RPG just pelting the players below them. It's not looking too good for those players below, and I'm sure they're looking to just maintain that high ground. These settings changed here, so I'm turning on the sound. So many shots going off in the end game. And I'm sure if you're playing sitting over towards that east, you're thinking, how are we going to rotate and how are we going to get in?
I agree fully. It's going to be very hard. Luckily enough for Core Gaming and company, the victors of the last match, they're sitting inside his zone. They're looking pretty good. I don't see an RPG here in Core. I assume someone on their squad might have them. But overall, their ammo not looking the best. Core does have 875 line ammo. This is when you wish you had a minigun. Now we do see Zinni going to take down 7 Tor there in the elimination feed. So Ibu High and company are still in this match. I don't know exactly how many of them are alive. So we'll keep our eye there on the elimination feed. We do see Caxi going to take down a player as well. Again, Core's feed is blocked, so we'll be able to see all of it. But a Tohai and company are alive. It's Tohai and Bella EU, though. We saw Savage and Caxi go down, but will it be enough? Will Boomer X Zoomer be able to do it? Will they be able to clutch up? Will Corey and them be able to clutch up as we're waiting for that 6 zone to show? It's going to pull all the way to the southeast. This is going to be very, 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 very hard for players to rotate. If you're on that northwest side, you have to go through all these old builds. So player in particular is going to be Tohai. It looks like Svenska was challenged for the high ground. They maintained it here again. Svenska used to being on the high ground. Now Chapix doesn't have a lot of shield. They're going to have to find some elimination as he's healing on up. Put my foot in my mouth there as it looks like Ritz trying to get some shots down below. But this looks very good for Svenska 11.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty up top still, obviously, and they're going to obviously use the grapple, or I should say the harpoon, sorry, to pick up whatever they can from below. Pressuring the players obviously below them. They're looking really good right now. I know this is a position that they know how to play very, very well, and I'd be surprised if they do mess this up, even though they only have 3 players. Obviously, you see the zone here. They are quite high. I think that is one thing that they should probably be aware of, right? And the zone is looking to kind of go back down the hill, so it'll be interesting to see if they're able to pressure the players below them so that they are able to travel below pretty safely. See a massive top here being built. Wow. Yeah, pretty wide, pretty long. It's a bit of an innuendo, I should say, but it looks like, you know, they're going to be able to start making their way down. Obviously, nobody really paying attention to them. They're sitting, they're chilling right now. Actually, I'd say nobody's pressuring them unless they're able to get a knock here, looking to get a match. You see him call it. Obviously, they have the harpoon, so they're going to be able to pick up a lot of the loot that they get from killing people. Not too sure who he was that he eliminated, but they're not going to be too happy about that. And
They go for mid.
Look at Mongrel going to be knocked there by Chapik. So huge. I think Mongrel may be able to be picked back up there as we swap over again. Benji had a little bit of a delay. There's the knock going on through onto Mongrel. Don't know exactly how. We do see Benji though get elimination here. As the zone going to go back towards him, he's going to go ahead and pick up that loot there. We see a lot of elos coming on through. Chapik and company trying to take down players. Mongrel see the res almost came through here. Benji go ahead and went back into the zone. We will see Mongrel not be able to be res. Seems like they're just going to go ahead and leave him there as we're going up the zone. It's going to be about this squad and see what they're able to do. And if they're able to pick up any extra elimination, there's Benji trying to rotate on through. He's saying, you know what, just follow me, team. And we do see some Skarna again on the high ground with a lot of mats there. They're looking very, very good. A lot of elims coming on through. 20 or 15 players, 20 players remaining. We do see a lot of players going down there. Benji trying to get some shots there. Nothing connecting there. Trying to rotate on through. He does have a player right next to him, so a nice tarp here. We do see Nate going to go down. I believe Wolfies is still there, but not very healthy there. He is going to pick up an elimination. Benji going to just spray back into the zone to try to pick up anything. Since Skarna on the high ground should be able to pick up the victory unless something crazy happens. The zone gonna pull back to where Benji and Wolfies are. Wolfies will be knocked, but Benji gonna be able to pick him up here. It seems like it looking, yeah, he's gonna go for it. In the final moments, Benji says, Wolfies, I gotta get you up. I gotta have you. Now, this is interesting. Look at Crew. He is looking back inside his zone because they think somebody is there. It seems like they were looking, the way they were looking, it looked like they may have thought somebody was floppering. Mats would try to be dropped there as a Crew gonna go ahead and drop the mats on down in a very creative way. Trying to spray from above. Skarna with 5 eliminations. That was a very, very creative way to get those mats down. You're dropping down together. They're continuing to get shots. Loboom is still alive. That's huge. Krippa alive as well. We see eliminations coming on through. Don't exactly know who that was on to. We see shots going on to the player cranking, and they're going to be eliminated. They have the high ground still. That's going to be Loboom eliminated there. And I believe that Benji was the cranker. And it looks like this should be the victory round. They're dropping down. Only a couple players remaining. They're trying to crank for high ground. Crew going to go up. Chapik's going to lose. This is going to be Krippa's squad. This could be a clutch here for Krippa and company. Red on the low ground, going to take down one. It seems like will Crew be able to do anything here to help out this team? Chapik has to try to give some call outs there, as it seems like there's a call out from Chapik enough to prompt Crew to jump down. It's going to be the victory royale there for them. A very textbook one nonetheless. And Skarna back on top yet again. If anybody was worried, they're here. They're ready. They picked up that victory royale.
Yeah, they're alive and ready. And like we said, they had high ground from just before 50-50 zone, right? And we said, I'll be very surprised if they lose this, right? Because, you know, the way things were positioned, the way things were set up, it meant that they were able to keep the high ground, you know, and not use too much materials. And obviously with the harpoon gun, the kills that they were able to picking up the mats from those kills as well. Of course, textbook play at the end there, we see in a 2v2, they eliminate the other player, and it's a 2v1. Never going to lose that with the experience they have. They're able to drop down, take the player from different angles, and pick up the win there.
Yeah, but a great effort from Krippa and company on the low ground. They took out Chapik's there, but wasn't able to secure it. We saw Benji try to crank for high ground towards the end of it. Didn't have the floppers and the HP that we saw Mongrel do with it in the first game. So not going their way, but still another great finish. And I still think they're going to be at the top. I think they have enough separation from previous games of Skarna that they're going to be at the top. Again, we'll get you updated the leaderboard as soon as it is updated the back end. WarLegend doing all this behind the scenes. Again, make sure you follow WarLegend. Yeah, they're just so great, right, Levin?
Yeah. They're providing this amazing content for us, right? They're organizing this whole thing. So be able to make sure you follow the Twitch channel while you're watching on Twitch. Be sure to follow them at WL Fortnite on Twitter. Shout out to my guy Clay on my left, right. I'm still not sure which one to go with. Be sure to follow all of his social medias there. He's doing a great job, you know, carrying the cast right now as he does so well. And yeah,
oh,
really
don't sell yourself short, Levin. You hanging right in there with me. You got to check out Levin as well. Man, it's insane. He's doing everything. He's got a podcast as well. So go show him some love. Levin 2K on all social medias because he's got good branding, just like myself. Overall, surprise. I wanted to see DRG and company do well. They did decently. I don't know exactly where they finished, but that's points that they desperately needed. Kinstar, Item 9, Rex, and Zeno, I think may still be towards the bottom. I don't know exactly how their run went, but again, it's going to come down to the top 20, and I believe leaderboard has been updated. So you will see again at the top is going to be Benji Fishy
Oh.
Carry with a 4th place 9 elimination game. And Svenska moves up into 4th there with that 10 elim 1st place game, but they were so far behind that Benji Fishy Carry and company they're looking very, very good. They're spreading out so far. It's such a big lead. I would say 120 some odd point difference there. You do see 96 spots again. That's Flutter, Moist, Pepper, Camo, and Rehas. They did get 5th place with 2 elims, so that placement points carrying him there. Now Veloz, X Atlantis, that's Core Gaming, Loboon, Save It, and Tux. They got 3rd place, 4th eliminations. We did talk about Svenskarda, Now Provoked, Vorwin, Martos, and Belfeed. 17th place, but 8 eliminations. That's why they're still in 5th. Now, team best players we saw go down early. Only ended up getting 2 eliminations in a 22nd place, so 16 total points there for them. And as we continue to scroll on down, we do see Savage and Company in 8th, who got 10th place, 3 elims there. I want to know exactly Russian Retail. Again, that's Putric, Siberia, Jake, Stormgrat, and Karachi at 10 elims, 8th place. So if they're able to get a little bit more placement points there, they'll be good to go. And now the story is who is below the top 20 right now. It looks like it's AXT, which is Chicken, Stompy Aqua, and X8. And then NA4D, that's Andilix, DRG, 4ZR, and Nord. But that they got 5 elims in 12th place. That's a lot of points there for them. They're close to clawing their way out. Schmecky Carry going to be in 22nd. Again, AXT, I apologize. AXT, so Aqua and Company are in 20th, so they are fine. They are good. Again, 21st and below are not invited back to the next session. So you're looking at all those players down below to see if they improve going in. It looks very, very close in the bottom there. So anything can happen if one team has a pop-off game. It could be anybody's game towards the bottom. But I think towards the top, it's going to come down to right now. It looks like your top 6 teams, I would say, 11. And a team that I'm going to say I'm actually surprised up there is Ghost Camo's squad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen much of them, and they're showing up.
Yeah, it looks like, looking at the leaderboard, it looks like, they're making their stand, right? They're showing that they deserve to be here, that to make their way into the next session, and obviously they're going to hope that they can get to the finals, right? Really interested to see more of them and see what it is that they're doing over some of the other squads, right? Like if you look at the bottom of the leaderboard, it's a bit disappointing to see some of the squads there, right? Obviously, you alluded to how Aqua and Company, they are safe because they're in 20th place, but there's still 3 more games to go, and a squad of their caliber, not too safe. They want to see themselves in this kind of top 6 range, like we see the rest of the players there. Really, really, really happy to see Benji squad kind of on top and able to maintain, their first place spot. They are, raising that gap, right? Like the gap increases unless one of these squads in the kind of top 2 to 6 range has a really, really good game. It's gonna, start to get to the point where we have to say, yeah, it looks like they've won this whole event, right? They have the best average placement, or tied for the best average placement, and they have the most limbs of anybody in the whole competition. So, it is deserved that they are in this first place spot. So, be interesting to see if they're able to maintain that standard going into game 5, 6, or 4, 5, and 6. Sorry.
Yeah, I agree. And they kind of hit their stride in that last couple of weeks of the FNCS. They kind of got together. They got their synergy down. They're very hectic. Everybody knows their comms are hectic. They're yelling, they're screaming. But I think it happens when they're streaming and off stream. They take a moment, they reflect, and they say, okay, we can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do this. We got to improve on that. They're very smart and analytical about what they do. Again, and they're just so good, right? They're so low clutch, their clutch factor, right? With Mongrel, with Benji, with Nate, with Wolfies. Every single player has a clutch factor ability that we saw Mongrel use his today to pick up the first victory, right? By himself says, you know what, team, I got you. Hop on board. I'll carry you to victory. Now, a team that also has that Svenska. So after their win, that's going to be a lot of momentum. That's going to be very hype, right? They're going to be very, 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 very good. Going in, they're going to be vibing, they're going to be screaming, they're going to be hot, whatever they do to hype themselves up, they're going to be in that hype scenario. So they have the momentum going into the 4th game, not 6th game. Oh, we're not there yet. And I want to see, again, the off-spawn fights. Sweaty and Risky have been the story. Risky continuously going over to provoke Vorwin, Martos, and Belvide, who are landing at the center island, getting a couple guns and rotating in, which we saw a lot with EU. We've seen that with, I believe it was Trax and company that landed up at those houses near Steamy and Craggy, right? They rotated on into Steamy 1 week and then rotated into Craggy the next week, and they found more success going into Craggy and third party. Belvide and company doing the exact same thing. So we'll see exactly, and they may end up landing Salty. I can't remember exactly. They sometimes change it up, but I'm looking forward to see that fight again. Sweaty, can DRG and company land, get enough loot, and leave? If I'm them, that's my strat. I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting them off spawn. They've lost, I'd say 2.5 games off spawn, right? The last game, I think they only lost Norwood off spawn, but they got to figure something out. And it's very interesting to see them go from first last week, or the last FNCS week. So what, yesterday, right? They were in first, to now not doing as hot.
Yeah, it's obviously very interesting with only 3 games left. You know, you got to kind of make sure you're using these games wisely, right? We've seen in the format with only 6 games, you know, first 3 games go bad. Hey, you know, heads up. But now it's time, you got to start making those games count. Obviously, a squad that's been making those games count is obviously the first place squad, Benji and them, to sing more of their praises, to talk about how they work so well, right? Obviously, we have Benji, who a lot of people consider, and I consider, the best player in EU, probably even the whole world right now. And when he's taking the IGL position and calling for the team, it works so well. You obviously have Mongrel, who's an amazing fragger, and we've known him to be that for so long. Wolfie's been an amazing player as well. He's got the controller, aim assist, and he's able to pick up so many frags and contribute to their total frag total, right? Like I remember the first time I ever spoke to Wolfies, he said, "Hey, my name's Wolfies. I'm the best controller player in the world." And then 2 weeks later, he came second in the World Cup, right? So he talks his smack, but he backs it up. And then you have Nate as well to fill in the gaps, and you know he's always going to stay alive and make the right plays to kind of support the team as best as they can. So it'll be interesting to see how they continue, and if they can push this gap even further, right? Or whether they're just gonna kind of take it easy and enjoy it to their games.
I agree. And I definitely, if I'm them, I push it further, because remember, the series leaderboard will show your highest single session score. So today, if they get another 500 points and get up to 1,000 points, that is going to be so many points. And I assume we'll be so far ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard to beat that going in. And you're going to be pretty much, I would say, if you get 1,000 points, you're going to be very, very secure into going into the next sessions rather. But the game has started, so we'll see how Benji and company are able to deal with their fight. And I don't think they're getting contested off spawn. Again, it's going to be between Risky and Sweaty Sands. That is going to be the points of condition. Now, I believe Retail Row is being contested by Wakey Squad and Karachi Squad there. I believe that was Team Russia. We do see everybody. Apologize there. Everybody running on through. You know, sometimes you drink too much and then, you know, the things happen. So we'll see, though. Airwax landing at that signature hill that he's landed at every single time that his team went Risky. He only usually does that if they're uncontested. We do see Norway going to get knocked by Mitro, but Warzy are going to get knocked as well. Apologize there, as it seemed like for some reason they ended up getting traded, but this is going to be good for Mitro Company. And I talked about they needed to get loot and leave, and as we see the farm up coming in, they have a one gun here on me, looking to pick up that shotgun. There is this fight looking to go in favor here for them, as we see Mitro just continuing to go on through. It looks like I believe DRG and Dillick's the only remaining members, as Mitro just trying to get any sort of shield, anything that he can. We do see Chapek's going to take down Trox, and so it seems like Chapek's and company are contested at Craggy Cliff. So we haven't seen that contestation happen. I think it may have happened earlier, but I'm not too sure. And we just see Mitro and company kind of dissipate. And look, Levin, they have somebody on the north, somebody on the south, somebody on the east, and somebody on the west of the squad. They're the rest of the 2 players, and that is so smart. A 4-way pinch is so hard to defend against.
Yeah, and they just got to make sure that they all kind of push in together and creep in together, and you know, make sure that you don't get focused. the squad in the middle, right, is aware of this, they're gonna say, hey, wait, these guys are all split. Let's just push on one and look to pick him off right quickly. So they gotta make sure that they all synergize, right? It's clearly a planned push, right, because of the way they're approaching it. But gotta make sure that they stick to the plan and all get in together, right?
I agree. As we see them just trying to find players, it seems like the squad of DRG and Dylan is just trying to rotate on out. It's definitely something that they need to get out quicker because they're just taking time. And honestly, I'm surprised they even decided to stay there, or even try to continue to contest it. Because if I'm them, I'm worried about not being invited back. Now we do see Airwax and company seem to have not been fought off spawn, so would love to see where Item and company are landing. Is it now? We see Metro and company in this fight as Metro trying to get some tags there onto players. As we see shots did go through, they're not going to connect here. As we see more shots continuing to go on through 11. This fight looking very, very good in their favor, but the squad continuing to back on out.
Yeah, you see Metro there chucking the names. 200 Quick Dead is his name right now, and he matches that very well, picking up the elimination on DRG, and it's not looking great. Obviously, you see the BM coming in, the squad being a squad that like we've said so many times, we thought the momentum from yesterday coming in would mean that they would be successful and they'd have that confidence. It's not been able to match up. They've not played so well, and being picked off so early in this game, not going to be looking good for them in terms of the standings.
I agree. And another squad that we see fight time and time off spot is Pay1K and company versus Aqua squad. Now Aqua and them are sitting on the cusp of elimination, so they have to clutch it up. They have to get these off spawn fights. And again, another zone where Steamy is going to be in. This is going to be so good for this because Steamy fights. One thing about Steamy fights is it's usually all so far away from zone that it's not worth it. Now the reboot card will be picked up. Now again, zone being there, they can take their time. They can draw this fight out. You do start to worry about third parties, but I'm going to be honest with you, no one really is going to come too steamy to third party from the squads that we have invited. I don't see them going out of their rotational pattern to do it unless Vinscarda gets crazy with it, which they've known to be. So we'll see as the reboot does come through. This is going to be to their advantage as we go over to Crippa and company. You see, like they just got in a little bit of an engagement or something there as they're outside of Slurpee Swamp. So we do see Red Rush, who's landing over in Retail Row, going to get taken down there by Puchek and Karachi. So it's going to be a very, very good elim there for that squad. Again, that squad dubbing themselves Team Russia, but I don't know if they end up getting the pickup. I don't believe nope, they do end up getting the shotgun here onto Reservoir as we swap away. Airwax now in a fight here. As he's we're going to split this player. They're going to actually get him down. The trap going to come through. It's not going to take it even down. That's going to be the elimination, and I did not see who that was on. It did end up popping on up. A big elim nonetheless. It seems like they were very quick and decisive with picking up that elimination.
Yeah, they're obviously doing a good job, right? We've seen in some of the past games of their synergy, their teamwork has not necessarily been where you'd expect it to be for such an experienced squad, I should say. So for them to pick up that kill really nicely is obviously great. As we tune into Aqua here, picking up some eliminations. Obviously his teammates are falling. It's just 2v and they pick up the kill. High-Tech goes down, and they're going to be able to hopefully get the reboots off. And yeah, you see the BM there. Obviously, they've had to contest this spot all tournament long, so they're going to be happy to pick up the win this time in Game 4, as they desperately needed it. Right, sitting in 20th place on the leaderboard, they're gonna be hoping to kind of push upwards and make sure that they're not in that bottom 25 or the bottom 25. Because for any teams who are in that 21 to 25 spot, they will not be invited to the next session, which takes place on Wednesday. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. It's good to see them win that off-spawn fight. I know a lot of people in chat were rooting for them. Someone says finally there in the chat they were happy that Aqua Company finally picked up the victory there on the off-spawn fight. So will they be able to pick up the victory? Now that is the question. Now we do have 86 players, so
north here. Ready?
Zone. Poor Gaming gonna absolutely beat this player. No, only one shot gonna come through as he's continuing to try to get some shots there. Like I said, they're just going for the Stormsurge tags, and maybe that 3-2-1-B that we see a lot of players do. Grenades are going through, shots continuing to go through. Core and company decide, hey, we need to get into zone. We're gonna rotate on through. Then we're gonna try to look for tags here. As again, this squad is it looking very, very good so far. They have been done very, very well for themselves. Being close to the top of the leaderboard, Lavin.
Yeah, I'm such a fan of these guys, right? They play the game the way, right? If you're in the chat right now, you're someone who wants to learn and improve your game. These are some great guys to watch, right? They play so well, they play so consistent, and obviously, you know, they're doing very well this event, right? Which is what matters, right? They're a team that I'd like to say could compete to win the whole thing. Obviously, picking up game 2, I believe it was. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, they picked up game 2 of this event, so. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to continue their success and they've done so well to stay alive and yeah, make great decisions and yeah, just a big fan of this squad in general.
I agree. They did so well at FNCS in the first couple weeks to the second week. Not really going their way, but so far they're looking quite good here. As the zone's gonna pull even further north, I think is the Hitty gonna take Shitty gonna take down a player. As we swap over, we do see Crew and company are inside of the zone. This is fine. Look how many heals Crew has. He's got 4 plus med kits, maybe even 6. I can't really tell there. It seems like he's got a ridiculous amount. They're going to drop some there for the fishing pool. He's got floppers. He's fine. We do see Savage and Company rotating in. This is going to be very good, right? We saw Savage and Company on Twitter the other day not being happy with Storm Surge and not being able to get tags on their rotation. But this zone going to be very good for them because they don't have to rotate that much. As we swap back on over to Crew or the Core and Company, apologize there, as they're looking good. Their match not looking the best of the limit, so they're gonna have to prioritize farming on up.
I'm just trying to get my match back up, boys.
Yeah, they're just prioritizing the materials right now. Obviously, you see here Core and you're sitting at 2-5-1, so it's not looking too great for them. Looking at the zone here, we see the center of the zone looking very packed. For any teams rotating in through Frenzy, you know, you're gonna kind of be hit with a brick wall when you kind of get in there. Obviously, you know, the team towards Steamy Sacks are going to be chilling, right? They obviously that's Aqua Squad, I should say. Sorry, and they're going to be happy with the way this game's gone. Obviously, game 1 and 2 were not in their favor, and 3 and 4 have kind of been. So I'm sure they'll be very pleased with that. As we tune into Cripper Squad here, they did a good job of getting 2nd place last game. So it'll be interesting to see if they're able to repeat that and maybe just improve it one little bit and get that 1st place spot. Looking very good on materials here. No eliminations for any of them, but I'm sure they're just focused on making sure that they can get those placement points.
I agree. They're definitely focusing on getting those because they're sitting in 14th place right now. And while that's good, that's not what they want to be. They're actually going to be below Storm Surge threshold, only 7 below, so they can make some things happen, make some easy tags there. If they've got a sniper or one of their players is now, it's going to start to continue to tick down more. They're going to get tagged up, so they need to find tags. They're losing a lot of HP trying to rotate back to try to get tags, but they need to find them as soon as possible. Now, there are fights happening, of course, always all around the map, so sometimes, you know, we may miss some, so I just want you guys to know. Production, everybody doing the best they can in the background to bring in some fights, as we do see Hawkers and Company gonna be in a fight. Like, this is with Falcony, Cancel, CRR, and Metro, as we do see Zahidi gonna go down there. Cross continuing to come through here from Falcony. As Ibu High gonna go down there to Snappy there, as Falcony gonna continue to build up. He's kind of confident because he can build over this water and drop on now. We do see Anas gonna go down there to Oslo, as Scepter gonna take down Teak, as Falcony going to take a lot of storm damage here. I believe the elimination did, or something was popped there for Kenzo because he was very, very low. We do see Falcony just trying to throw those grenades. Going to go ahead and drop on down. The squad needs to get out of the zone because it's continuing to move. It's very far away, and this is something we see a lot from Metro's squad, is they don't care. They'll storm fight you if they want to. Luckily enough for them, they do have the downward current of the river, but it's going to be very hard. Scully actually going to take down Quick Dead. That's actually a different one. That's going to be provoked. Getting sniped there. Is Falcony going to take it down? This is all of a sudden looking very bad. This is Rios. So this is a big fight. This is between squad number 2 currently and squad number, I would say, 6, I think, in the placement. So Icho, Falcony going down, CRR, and Kinsel, the only remaining members, CRR, with that beautiful flopper in his inventory. And oh, well, there you go. Looks like CR is the better L2er right now, as we see Camo gonna go down. This fight taking way too long. They don't have the HP to even get on out, even if they finish them on out. Item gonna go down there to DB1's Lukey. I don't know if it was just an elimination or a knock there. We'll look to see if Kinstar, Zito, and Nyrex are still all alive, but this is going to be very hard for Kinsel and CRR to get out. It's going to start to take for 2, as you see shots did go over to CRR. It seems like it's a 2v1 at the situation. One of the players was down there, but Pepper going to get taken down there. Zito going to get taken down as well. I believe that's them being eliminated there. It's not looking good there. CR going to make some damage. It's going to take some damage, but he's going to deal so much more damage to Rehas, and now he's going to be rewarded with a bandage cannon, so that'll be very good. It may help them make it on out as we swap over to Benji Vision Company, who seem to be in a little bit of a mid-game fight here as grenades are being thrown here on a Benji. This is not looking good here for them. They don't want to be taking this. Forward going to take down iDrop. Zito will be eliminated by Storm Surge, so his squad still might be in, but this fight, I don't know if I would take it, Lavis.
Yeah, it's not a position that they look like they are very happy to be in, right? When you hear the nades going off around you, it's very hectic. You know, looking at the zone, they have 40 seconds to kind of move in, and it's not going to be too easy for them. So they're just looking to kind of regroup, heal up, make sure that everyone is good to go from of their mats. And you hear the calls here. You know, they're not too happy about the opponents they're facing. They don't have much confidence in their opponent's ability. So they're just going to rotate through. Might look to even pick up the kill here if it's easy. You see, you know, when you have someone like Wolfies on your team, you know, he's going to be able to pick up the tags on idle players. So they're just applying the pressure as they move forward, right? Looking to take control over this building and just kind of use it to get closer into the zone. But look, if you look in front of him, right, you see so many players kind of sitting there, and then Benji, the IGL, makes the call to go backwards because, as he said, there's so many players there. If they had gone through, they would have got held. They would have taken so much damage. Probably one of them would have got eliminated. So good place to just go back here and try and find a different way to rotate in. But they got to make that decision quickly, right? Because zone is starting to come and push behind and push on their backs. So be interesting to see how they get in.
I agree, and while you were chatting, Parker, Power ended up going down there, so him, his squad of Shmeki, Piz, and Dark are really relying on trying to get some healing. They don't have any shield as well, but it seems like Tohai is going to get a snipe here to this player, maybe a nice beam, but this is really good to get this squad, getting these zones, going to get easy storms attacks, but look, their match not looking good here on Savage. He doesn't have a lot. It's enough to really get by, but they need to find something. As we see an elimination will come on over, and I could not see there was. I did see Belvede and Provoked. We talked about them going down, so it's up to Martos and Warwick to try to clutch something out. As we see players being eliminated there. 7 Josh gonna take down the player. Mongrel gonna absolutely beast on him. Benji gonna find whoever that was, literally sleeping. I don't know who it was, but they were not paying attention at all, as that was Leo JT getting absolutely deleted there by Benji. And you hear the BM coming through. Scully gonna get taken down, and now Benji gonna get taken down as well. 7 Josh gonna be the one to take. Benji not gonna let that eliminate him, as you heard him yell. He said, "You better pick me up." I mean, that was just a pure aggression. He wanted to be picked up. We do see CR is gonna be lost in zone, so the controller players not getting the best of this one so far.
Yeah, obviously you see that the RPG comes in. He kind of maybe took a bit too long there to kind of recover after picking up the elimination and looting that player, and it cost him, right? Obviously his health is not looking good anymore. It was looking great before, so gonna be interesting to see how they bounce back from this in terms of, you know, the health situation. He's got the med kit now, and yeah, they caught that player with his pants down. They were able to pick up the easy elimination, more loot, more wood for them, and it's looking really good for the first place team here, right? They look promising. They look like they're looking to make a dominant final performance.
I agree with you. They're doing so well. We do see Zua, as we swap over, did just recently get eliminated, as his squad gonna have to clutch up there near the top of the leaderboard. We do see Asper's gonna take down a player there. Crippa gonna get taken down, as well as Yoda getting dropped down. Seems like they did have the perceived high ground there, but they can't do it with you just have 3 players with that little match. As RPG's gonna come through here for Yoda. He's continuing to try to get those RPGs in. Again, Storm Surge is here, but it only is 2 more players that need to go down there. We do see DB1 Lukey gonna take down Maestro's Y, as shots continuing to come here for snipers there for them. We'll see if they manage to connect. The story, though, where is DRG and company again? Oh, sorry, I apologize. They got eliminated on spawn. So Etro and company did very well, but then they got eliminated. So this is really good for Benji because there's really nobody at the top of the leaderboard left. Camo and company, we saw get eliminated by CRR. We do see Snappy going down there. So if I take a look at the leaderboard, the only squad that's near them is Velocix, Atlantis, and Swinsgarda. So for Benji and company, this is looking very good for them. This is what you want to see. Now Yoda and company need to find these elos, need to find these plays at some point. As we see Zone gonna pull all the way to the southwest to get another southwest half in, half out. So looking not good here for them. And someone's gonna find Yoda sleeping a little bit there. Does only lose about 80 HP there. He does have mini, so you go ahead and heal on up. It looks like Wayla's gonna go down there, and I couldn't see who it was too. Unfortunately, that is not gonna be good. They will be able to pick up the res here. It seems like Yoda dropping on down. The medkits will be in their hands. Zoe gonna move here in 19 seconds. I believe it was Res Ubi gonna take him on down. As we see Kilo's gonna go down. We do see an anonymous player taking down somebody. Crush R gonna get taken down as well. So this squad's got a long way to rotate, but you'll never guess who is on high ground right now. It is Benji Fish 11. They're on the high ground for the 5th zone, and they're looking to pick up the victory yet again.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to stop these guys, right? Obviously, they have the zone. They're gonna be happy. I wonder if they did the Toro zone trick to maintain it or to get that, I should say. Yeah, if I'm any other squad, I'm not too happy. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to pick up more eliminations, right? They only have 2 so far. I expect that number to go up drastically, right? Like you said earlier, none of their main competition on the leaderboard is still standing. So it's going to be a really, they're going to be in cruise control here. I assume they're going to be able to pick up a lot more points to kind of further that gap on the leaderboard. As you see here right now, they're lasering players trying to rotate in, picking up 1 kill. Oh, actually, I think the kill got stolen, my bad. But they're still going to look to try to get the loot with the harpoon gun. Probably going to be a bit difficult to get as it's quite a bit far away. And they get the floppers, and you see that's what he wanted, right? He got the floppers, and they're really happy about that. They're going to be able to make some great plays with that, choosing to pick up the orc here. Looking at POV1, we have Sons Kana here. They're one of the only teams doing well on the leaderboard that still remains, and they're going to look to try and make their stand as Benji and company still look to maintain their high ground. They see the players potentially contested.
Yeah, it's looking very good for Benji company now, but Lost X Atlantis did all go down except for Save-It. So even looking better, but Scarta, the only ones that can contest right now is like Benji and company are rotating on over to try to maintain that little bit of high ground. We see a lot of elos coming up through. Now, Savage and company, I believe, are still all alive, so they have to worry about them as well. A lot of big squads. We do see Hulk gonna take down a player there. I don't exactly know who that was. Again, we do see 39 players. The moving zone will come through with Storm Surge. Benji gonna absolutely beam a player there, and I'm surprised they don't have this AUG on Wolfies. Don't know if they already have one, but this is something you have to give to your controller player. It's just 1,000 more times better in the hands of someone that does have the ability to use the aim. But Benji, nonetheless, going to be very, very good with it. Is definitely 10 times better than I ever could think of being. But look, they're carping out. This is very good. This squad usually doesn't have a lot of mats, but they're doing good. And Dredda going to pick up an elimination as well as we continue to watch Benji and company on the high ground. We see Scepter going to go down there to zone from Luki. He's going to get knocked there in the zone as we see Benji trying to get some shots here on. They are going to get RPG not down, and this is what they have to worry about. Since Spartan may have an RPG, Go Ahead Company may have one as well. Benji trying to get some shots here, going to get some nice beams there as we swap on over here to the low ground. That's Savage and Company going to be eliminated at 9, getting taken down there by Luki, and I think Benji and Company might have just got a challenge here or something for the high ground. We'll see, though. They're dropping everybody down. This looks like another victory round here for them. Shots continuing to go through. Benji getting every shot that he can to connect. 27 players remaining here for them as they're now going to get shot down. Someone did try to challenge them a little bit. It seems like they should be good to go as we see a lot of players going down. Aqua's team is still alive here. This is really good. They're getting a lot of points. The high ground might have been taken here, but no. While growing Benji very, very quickly as they maintain the high ground. 17 players remaining, 4 eliminations here for them. As Wolfies and Nate are picking up some there on the low ground. They're picking up time and time and time again. They're picking up more and more and more. As Zone continues to go on, I do not know exactly who all is remaining. I think Scarta is still alive with the addition of Crew. He's the only one there. Shots continuing to go through. We do see eliminations coming on over for Aqua. He's actually going to knock Wolfies there. That's going to be huge for Aqua. This is what we talked about, Livin. He was in 20th place, but now he's definitely going to skyrocket up Aqua gonna go down. I believe Shaken's still alive there. Yes, as we do see Crew gonna go down there. Looks like it's a 3v. I can't tell. Oh my god, a harpoon elimination. Benji and company, honestly, they're just dominating. This is just disgusting high ground play. This is exactly what you expect. Bill's gonna come through here for Benji. I think this is gonna be a victory. Yep, it's gonna be a 3v1 drop down, and this should be the victory royale. It's just absolutely dominant gameplay nonetheless. The harpoon elimination to meme around just a little bit, and the victory royale on top of it. They're doing very, very well.
How can you stop them? They are completely dominating the rest of the lobby as they should, right? They're like at the start, they are heavy favorites to potentially win this whole thing, and they're showing that, right? Starting off how they wish to finish, because this performance is ridiculously insane, right? You see Benji at the end picking up a nice harpoon kill. I haven't seen many of them since it's been put out, but just being able to hammer on, destroying everyone from layer to layer, just making sure that nobody is able to breathe even for a second, right? Just constant pressure, and eventually just closing out the 3v1. Those guys are, wow, that's something else. It's too easy for them. It's way too easy for them.
I agree. Honestly, just put it on a show at this point. But you gotta point out Aqua, Stumpy, Sheik, and X8 doing very well that game. They made it to the top. I think I would give them second place. I think that was the last player. But we'll see again how the leaderboard shakes up. But that's good. That's gonna pull them out. If they're able to get second place, that's 90 points, right? 95 points even. Right? If they had any eliminations, which they did, we saw them get a lot. That's gonna bump them even higher. So it's gonna come down to those last couple of games, right? That was game number 4. We are past the halfway mark. It's going to be very, very close. Reminder, top 20 go through. The last 5 squads do not go through to the next session. So, of course, their score will be recorded because this way the series leaderboard works. This is the single highest session score that you have. Now, there are 6 sessions here that are happening, broadcasted on the channel. And then, of course, the finals, again, that is going to be on December 16th through the 18th. So, again, make sure you check it out and make sure you hang out. Make sure you check out everything WarLegend is doing on Twitter, on Twitch here. Go follow, join the Discord if you want to get some practice in. I know they're doing customs. Make sure you follow 11 and that beautiful sultry voice on all his social medias, 11-2K. You can check me out, play sailing everywhere. But I am excited to see how the leaderboard shakes up. It's just going to be just Benji Fishing Company so far ahead. I mean, there's no way they're not 11.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like I haven't seen, I think kind of seen dominant performances, and they're putting on a show for us today, right? Such an amazing performance out of them. Obviously, there's 2 more games left, but I think it's we're starting to get to the point where we can say it's probably gonna look like they're gonna pick up first place. So I think the most important thing now is just looking at the rest of the leaderboard, how that shapes up, who's in the bottom 5, and who's gonna try get their way out of that bottom 5, right? It'll be interesting to see where after that game where Aqua Squad is placed. I'm super excited, right? If you're, let me know in chat, who do you guys think is going to pick up the last 2 games? Clay, is there anybody you're looking out for to pick up the last couple of games? Oh, I think you're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. I muted to blow my nose because I wanted to be considerate. But I thought you were just gonna ask chat. I didn't think you were gonna ask me. Now, I think I want to see Item, Nyrax, Kinstar, and Zeno perform because there's no reason they shouldn't. Now, they are contesting a spawn, so we'll see. Now, they did make it towards the end, but they did get Elon by Storm Surge, it seems like. So we'll see. I want to see how they end up coping with it. And a squad that we have not seen do well, who before this game was sitting in 18th place, was Airwax, Deacon, Fato, and Sky. They did have that first game third place, but they didn't get a lot of points. So, a very big fan favorite coming into it. A lot of French players supporting their squad, but I don't know. It's gonna be hard.
Hey, I'd say I'd love to see the Veloci boys pick up another win, right? For kind of solidify their place in the top of standings. Obviously, we'll get to see the standings soon, and I'd also love to see Benchy Fishy Carry pick up another win, right? Kind of make a statement, kind of put their stamp on things, and say, hey guys, look, we are here. This WarLegend tournament, it's ours. You guys, can have whatever else you want, but this WarLegend tournament is ours. Like I said, let me know in chat who you guys think who you guys want to see win a game. I'm seeing a couple people saying Mitro. Obviously, that squad being a crazy squad when it comes to picking up, kills and whatnot. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see who picks up the last couple of games.
I agree. I agree. And Wolfie says, you know what? Challenge accepted.
Mm.
So they're looking for it. They're looking to get a meme elimination as well with that harpoon gun. That is just that's a bit. That's something. Oh, I feel like only Benji would think to do there in that moment. So. I wouldn't even say it's BM at that point. I'd just say, that's like a very, very useful tactic. 75 damage, so useful, especially if they're just that out of that range where you can't shotgun them or SMG them quickly enough, right? So
Yeah, and it's
it is
interesting because a lot of players have been using it to kind of pick up mats pretty well, and that's been its kind of main purpose. But not a lot of players have been using it to kind of maybe pick up eliminations or whatnot. Yeah, and looking back, like Benji was looking for it. He saw the player was still in the zone in that box, and he was like, "Hey, let me make use of what I got." And he was looking for it. He could have used his AR, could have used his SMG if he had one, but he opted to use the harpoon, and it worked out perfectly for him.
Yeah, and it's definitely a different usage of it. Now the leaderboard has been updated, and of course, no surprise at the top, Benji Fishy Carry with a nice lead over the second place, but Sven Skarta with the third place 5-11 game move up into second, but Los X Atlantis with 7 eliminations and a 14th place are now in third. Provoked, Vorwin, Martos, and Belvine with 6 eliminations and 6 place in that last game, currently in fourth. Biggest spots, sitting in fifth place after their nine elims, eighth place game. Apologize. As DB1. Now, this squad we didn't see a lot of, but they did very well. Fifth place, 8 eliminations, 96 bots going moving on over. Of course, they did only get elimination points. They're getting a 23rd place. Now, best players, 20th place, but 11. They had 9 eliminations. So look, they're only 5 points behind Benji and company, but they are so far behind in placement points that's why they're at 8th place currently. Boomer team sitting at 9th. They got two elims in 9th place, as we see 10th place going over to Team Dynamite. Now, again, it's going to be about the final teams, the last 5 teams. That's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. A team I'm very shocked to see there. Solary X the stream. I'm shocked to see Nyrox can't start item Zeno there. Right, they've been doing so well. I'm very, very shocked to see Andilix, DRG, 4ZR, and Nord in that. So 2 games. The squads, they have to figure out something. 11. What can they do? What is something that they need to do? What is something that they can do to change it up?
Hey, I'd say all of these squads are having, somewhat different problems, right? Obviously, the team at the very bottom, now this squad, they've been struggling to get out of the early game, right? Literally in 2 out of the 4 games they've played, they've come 24th, which is never ideal for such a talented squad like them. Maybe for them, it's figuring out if we're not going to switch up our drop spot, maybe how do we rotate differently? Maybe we need to get out as quick as we can because we keep getting third partied. And obviously for the other squads, like obviously Anderlecht, Fuzzy DRG, and Norwood, like it's really interesting, like how you see a fall from grace, obviously from yesterday, dominating EU FNCS to coming in here and kind of putting up a poor performance by this, and it's like very poor performance. Really, really tough to see. I'd say I'd like to see them maybe kind of switch things up in terms of, because they're not winning that engagement, right? They are taking an early game engagement and they are not coming 25th, literally coming dead last in 2 of the 4 games. Not ideal for them. And then when it comes to Sky, especially even considering how their squad literally played so well, coming third place in the first game, to now see them literally in the bottom 5, like all 3 of those squads specifically are squads that we want to see in the next sessions because they're so talented, but they're gonna have to pull something out of the bag right now because it's not looking good for them at all.
I agree, and someone in chat responded, and I talked about like Nord and company, like what did they need to do? And of course, it was CR that said leave sweaty, right? I mean, they're so confident in their ability there to to uh to dominate, right? They honestly they're saying, you know what, come again if you want. We're just gonna elim you. Like we're
Yeah,
just 100% confident. I believe the game has started on up. As again, thank
they
you
they
guys
ha-
for hanging out. We'll get on in at 11.
they
Swap
have
on
the right
over.
to be confident, right? Like CR Chris obviously dubbed as probably the best controller player in the game right now, and for obvious reasons, he's doing such a great job within his squad. And the rest of the players on their squad are so amazing as well. Obviously, they've had a couple misplays here and there, but when it comes to that early engagement with um 4ZR squad, no problems whatsoever, right? Just wiping them out in every single game pretty much. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens again. Obviously, like you said, or like he said, I should say, leave Sweaty. Maybe that's your only option with only 2 games left.
Fuck,
It'll
on est
be
où, là?
interesting to see.
Oh, je comprends
Va
pas
au
ce
mid,
qu'ils font.
tu vas au mid,
Looking at all the drop spots here. A drop you've been paying close attention to, this risky drop with Airwax and company. Be interesting to see how they play it this time. Obviously, he always lands up here.
Pirouette ou qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Interesting. Are they contested right now?
En vrai, c'est cool, mais...
Oh,
I
il y a
don't think
pas
they
de
are
map
because
et
look, Sky is dropping middle island. He only does that if they're not contested. So for some reason or another, they're getting this uncontested, and Vorwood and company don't seem to be dropping on anywhere near them. But we'll see exactly where they end up going. I think Vorwood and company are in salty, or they landed a little bit short there, but we'll see. Camo gonna take down Castery. Power gonna get taken down there as well. Power not having the best of games, and really Piz did get an elimination in return, but Anoxius gonna take down Power. As we see, there's the elimination coming on over. So finally, a game for Solar EX the stream where they're not contested as we swap over to Power's perspective. A very risky drop to contest Levin. There's not a lot of loot here to really work with.
Yeah, this is where you kind of let RNG decide your fate, because if you don't get the right, yeah, there's no chance, right? There's absolutely no chance. Obviously, this is a part of the map that I recently discovered, because as much as it's not a highly dense amount of loot, like there is some decent spots for loot here. So be interested to see. They had a rough start to the tournament. They were able to kind of lift things up. I'd say they've taken it in thirds. The first third of the tournament not too good. The second third was decent. So maybe in the last 2 games they were able to step it up and make a change for the overall leaderboard standings.
Yeah, I agree. It's, you see this POV happening. This is the sweaty POV in your left hand section of your screen, not corner. But this is the squad we talked about. We do see Trapix actually going to be knocked there. That's going to be huge. It seems like he got eliminated, or maybe got eliminated from the lobby, or something happened. Like his game ended up crashing or something. Because on their perspective, it shows him disconnected. But we do see and Oxy is going to get taken down there by Piz. Going to be huge, evening it up back in their favor. Though we do see Smecky going to be eliminated as well. They got players down below. Piz dropping on it. He says, "You know what? I'm going in. His teammate going to drop, but that's going to be him eliminated." And they take the L right there, literally from Anoxius. Their Scepter dancing right on. As we swap back over, this is the squad that we have to pay attention to. It looks like Falcony did not get into the game. Now their points will still count. Their points will go to their total, but having one less player, you notice they're not playing as aggressive, Levin.
Yeah, of course, talking all the smack going into this game, and for your teammates to not connect, it kind of changes up the game plan a bit. Obviously, they have to think for free. You don't have the luxury of having a talented player like Falcony accompany you while you fight. So it looks like they're just gonna play it a bit more passively. I wonder if the squad contesting knew that. I wonder if Norwood and company were aware of that. Because I'm sure if they were, maybe they'd look to finally get the advantage on them. But we tune in here to another interesting contest, right? Aqua squad facing up against I never know how to say this guy's name. Patek's squad. I don't. You want to help me
Pay
out
1K, pay 1K, yeah.
Pay 1K. So my bad. Yeah, this is obviously an interesting contest. They've kind of had to split Steamy up. And it looks like right now they're just gonna try and posture themselves up here on one of these big little events. try to see if they can get some quick little shots, any sort of advantage before they fully fight. And it looks like it's gonna happen, right? They laser the player from above, and he's just gonna look to use all the mats he can to get back to his team. Not ideal there for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what that play was from down below. You usually don't see that happen. As we see Aqua and company all stacking this one, what's it called? Not pillar, but a stack rather, right? We usually don't see it. We usually see them split up like this as we swap over and see exactly what's happening here with them. We do see the RPG in hand, and Nas gonna go down there. I think this is looking very good here for them. They did, by the way, move up to 13th place, Levin, after that. So going from 20th to 13th is a very, 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 very big game. They got 12 eliminations in 4th place, so we'll see if they continue to keep it on up.
Yeah, they're gonna look to jump even more, right? I'm sure they're not satisfied with 13th place. And you know, so this, I think so far we can say this event has just been the story of the contests, right? You know, the way all of these contests have gone has been the determining factor in a lot of what we've seen in the leaderboards. Obviously, it's the beauty of chapter 2, right? Having all these new spots, all these new landing spots. You know, players figuring out where exactly they want to land. Let me know what your favorite spots are in chat, right? Obviously, we see here Aqua looking to kind of get a bit more aggressive, looking for the box fight play. Doesn't know that the players on the other side here. Quickly make sure he adjusts there so he doesn't take free damage. What do you make of this situation right now?
I think Stevie's in one of the worst spots to box side in, as we see a lot of players not choose to take it. We do see Ibuhai going down there. Shitty gonna take down Kilos there. Hawker's gonna finish him on off. Aqua trying to get some shots there onto these players, but this is not a fight that I would continue to advise taking now. They do have the ability to make an impact play like that. That's gonna be huge. That's gonna say, hey, maybe we continue to be a little bit more aggressive, but the beta cannon being popped, Aqua gonna find more shots on the player. He's continuing to make them even less healthy there, as we see Aqua just trying to find anything there. Trying to find that first knock. When you can find that first knock, it will be good. You do hear the beta cannon being popped though, so all the damage he just did was basically nullified, unless it was shield damage. And we see Aqua and company continuing to try to just break on through. This is the games they need. They need to find these elims. They need to find it, because as we get into the last couple of games, this is gonna be it for them. If they're not able to make a play, they're just gonna start to fall down the leaderboard. And as we see the plays not coming through right now.
As much as you know, they may end up being safe, right, wherever they stand, right? Let's say they come 13th place, right? You know, yeah, you're safe, but you know that's not the way you want to start off this kind of event, right? You want to start off how you intend to finish. You know, the way Benji's squad has, as they pick up hate 1K there. So much elimination, so much hectic action going on. Obviously, the storm's in, so you know there's pressure, right? You can't just sit and hold for as long as you might want to, because you got to think about how your damage or how your health is being affected. What do you make of this one right now with all the box fight players coming in, Claire?
Yeah, I think they're good. I think they should be able to pick it up. As you see, Aqua going to find this player caught out. I think the zone is close enough nearby. It's actually about maybe like a couple seconds away. Is Cuvado going to get knocked again there by Aqua? He's kind of putting the team on his back right now. He's gotten 2 of the eliminations. As they're going to continue to split up. No, Shinken's going to go down. It's going to be finished on up, but Aqua right on top of him. And luckily enough for them, they finish it off quickly. They have a lot of raw HP that they can heal up with as we swap on over here to provoke that company who are landing at lazy. And shots gonna come through. They're gonna get knocked, or they're gonna get knocks. I thought one of them ended up getting knocked there, but I was mistaken there. As Belvi trying to pick up knocks there, they're gonna end up finishing off a player. I think that's Ibuhai, Aspersa, Ziddy, and Anas, and it is. That means they're gonna go down. So a quick drop switch up here for Belvine and company, and they all of a sudden are looking good again.
Yeah, they're looking sweet. Obviously, I was interested to see where they'd be landing. See, opting to leave, you know, the center of the map, the center island, and pushing to risky. I've actually spoken to Bouan before about, you know, how they are a team where I often find, right, that they end up changing their landing spot a lot during tournaments, right, during different FNCS weeks. I've noticed them change up, not necessarily even when it's good or when it's bad, right? I think maybe they decided, hey, we just don't want to take that early game fight anymore. I think, you know, we've seen them get a bit too over aggressive in previous games. So seeing them, you know, pick up lazy and they're chilling right now in the zone. I think they're going to be happy about how the game's looking right now.
I agree. And as we swap over to Zura and company, They had a very, very good couple of early games, and now I don't exactly know. I think they're sitting at 11th right now. And they've been all right. Their average placement coming around 12th, 12th of the game. So they get themselves to play some points. Their elim's not the highest, but not the least there on the leaderboard. So looking to see them improve. They again not safe. Even if you were within, I'd say up until right now, what seems like first place, anything could happen. Really, anything could really shake up that bottom 5. It's going to come down to the wire. I do like the loadout though from Zura, not choosing to use the SMG rather has the sniper. They are going to be a little below storage. We'll have to keep an eye on that as we swap over to Savage, Tohai, Caxi, and Bella EU. Looking very good as they rotate through the farm. The only thing they're light on there is match. Is Savage going to go ahead and chunk some grenades there? It seems like they already tagged this player on up. And I like that he threw him preemptively, right? He knew the player was going to continue to move. So he went ahead and threw him. Now he can pick up an SMG if he wants to. Now he can pick up something else. We do see his squad with, I don't actually believe they have any eliminations. No, they don't. And they are above Storm Surge threshold, so they will be fine rotating on in. Again, 4 more players need to go down as we actually end up getting a reboot there from a player. Believe I couldn't see, but Nyrock's getting an elimination as well. So that's really, really big as the Luki, or no, is the Hitty going to go down there? So I Company do end up getting the reboot. But Mongrel and company going to finish them all off, as well as DB1 Artur. We do see Savage missing the snipe there. Unfortunately, would have been a nice one to hit, but just doesn't connect.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. Right? When we come to the final 2 games, you see lots of players looking to maybe make some plays. You know, we could coin as, you know, somewhat desperate, right? You want to kind of turn your tournament around. As we tune in here to Mongar, as he's not to play, and Benji also not able to get the kill, right? His kill gets stolen. He does so much damage for not picking up the final kill. They're in lazy here, and I'm guessing they're facing up against Provoked squad, right? It's the aggressive players.
Ibu High and company, Provoked them, I think, rotated on out. But yeah. Oh, and even Team Russia retail. This is ridiculous, Levin.
Yes, so many players obviously in right now, and it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top with, you know, players choose to disengage. It looks like Benji's squad are gonna just keep putting on the show, putting on some aggression. Sorry, as they finally pick up the eliminator, and the player comes from behind in the clutch from Mongrel and Benji there just to kill them.
That
oh, you hear the confidence.
Coming on through there.
You hear the confidence.
You know, they've earned it today. They've earned it right now, as they are showing us that they, in fact, are on top for elimination. And the zone just starting to close in, as you see third zone showing on up. We move over to Savage and company, who we are looking to see get a victory here. They've been close, but they have not gotten it just yet. Now, I don't know exactly what happened to Airwax and company, so we'll keep our eyes. Caspera going to go down there. I believe Benji and company going to be the ones to pick them on up. I think they're now sitting at 5. Yeah, sitting at 5 elims. So I and company do manage to get some elims. I believe they took out one player. I'm not too sure, but not looking the best there for them, as Benji and them, as soon as they get the reboot, able to clean them on up. Looking great, very good for them as Zone continue to go through. We do see 69 players remaining there. Savage could go for a snipe, but decides, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and rotate on in. Better to get in for the zone than to take any damage there as we see. A nice, beautiful PoE. In the bottom right, you see Core Gaming. Bottom left, we do see Airwax and company. So this is a great game for them, 11. They're out of spawn, and that's honestly all you can ask from them right now.
Yeah, it's obviously, you know, kind of alluding to how they've not had the best of games. You know, this event obviously starting off pretty well and then falling off drastically. They're going to look to try to get themselves out of the bottom 5, right? Because they are a squad who 100% should be competing in the next session, based off of, you know, their talent and their accomplishments. But, you know, the way that the tournament is set up is that if you aren't able to maintain that standard, that level of play, then you're not going to be back for the next session. As we pick up somebody, as we tune into Caxi getting snipes, not ideal, right? When you're trying to make sure you compete in the next session, he obviously does get picked up, and doesn't there's going to be a place to reboot him anywhere near. So 3 players are for the squad. They're not going to be happy about that one, but they're just going to have to make do with what they have.
Yeah, that's actually, I think, gonna be Zapan that hits the snipe there. I believe he changed his name to L2 Little Timmy or something or another. Again, players changing their name time and again. making it very hard for B11 to cast. But you know, hey, whatever you got to do to throw players off your trail, they're hoping that 4-zone pulls a little bit to it. Right, 4-zone usually does that center zone movement, but sometimes we'll pull to one side. Savage gonna look for the snipe here, and what we saw from Savage last weekend here on last week here on WarLegend, it was disgusting. Absolutely beautiful sniper game. But will he hit it today? No, not gonna hit it there. But we'll see. Maybe it's another one. He definitely has another chance. This is their best point of getting the elimination. Shot gonna come through, not gonna connect. Just try to get these eliminations and that Storm Surge tag. If they can get it, it'll be very good. Zone gonna pull more to the southwest, so pulls against them. Now they gotta get into the zone to do a little toe high classic to try to get that half in, half out. We'll see if they do. Is it Forzy are gonna knock it down, and it's either gonna be Mitro or Belvine. I can't tell because of course basically the same name as we hop on over. It seems like it is actually Mitro that ended up getting knocked as we move over to Zeus's perspective. We do see them being held out of zone a little bit, but they should be able to make it on in.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how obviously they pick up things. You know, they started off so strongly. You know, last game they were in a bit of shambles, and I think it was funny to see Zua's reaction because he was actually dead, right? And you see him watch forward, looking very anxious, as you do as a supportive teammate, right? But interesting to see how they rotate in and if they're able to have any success in these final 2 games, right?
I agree. And as we're talking, Tohai went down, but he got picked up. Now the team they were holding in the zone, it was Amdilix going down there. So I think DRG or someone might still be alive as we swap over to in-game perspective of Mongrel Company. Look, they have so many eliminations, currently sitting on 6, and now they're looking to pick up more as they do finish off. And I could not read the name there. It looks like they finished off an Axios there who took down Fnatic Power. They're looking very, very good, Levin. They're looking so informed, and their mats are looking all right-ish, right? I say all right-ish because it's not the best, not the worst. We do see Shinky gonna take down Atlantis' Tuck as Castor and Leo J gonna go down to Krepa and Form and Zone continuing to move in. They're hoping it pulls to them. We'll see if the Tohai Classic will work for them or if Tohai will actually pull it inside of his directive. Is a lot of elims continuing to come on.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, right? Like you said, you know, their mat's looking okay-ish, but you know, speak too soon. Mongrel gets knocked there. But you know, with the frag ability they have, right? If anything that they lack, they have the potential to pick it back up, right? You know, they're obviously looking to get some more kills. I'm sure they're not satisfied with the amount they have now. And as soon as Mongrel gets up and back into the swing of things, I'm sure they'll be looking to do more damage to players around.
Là, t'as des pics là. Oh, c'est mort.
Yeah, as we swap over, we see Airwax and Company trying to fish any sort of match that they can. They do block off the snipe. They're hoping they pull half in, half out. I don't believe they're going to. Yep, not going to go to them. They're going to pull to the southwest. Now, I did see Dyrox and Zito and Kinstar in this feed earlier. He did. Some of them got eliminated, but I'm not too sure exactly. As we see this squad very far above Storm Surge. This is where we expect them. Like 1,500 damage above. And look, Eric says, you know what? This is our high ground. I'm going to go ahead and 90 myself on up. There we go. Easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. And that was an easy high ground take there for them. And now they're looking just to secure the high ground as everybody's rotating into them. We do see TSM Crew, I believe, ended up going down there to the zone as Beehive and Ritz, the only people remaining for Sisgarda, as it is not looking good for them. But Airwax and Company looking quite good, and all of a sudden, wait a minute, they're starting to lose the high ground take here. I don't know exactly who is on the high ground, but they had it, and then they lost 11.
Yeah, they got ramps over there. You saw the players pushing in, and they noticed it a bit too late. You saw them. I think they tried to get shots off, but at that point it was too late, and they just lost it. Right? It's not ideal, right? Because they were looking really good, but now we can't necessarily say the same. And tuning into the players who I think.
I'm gonna get
I'm not sure if with them, but tuning into a strong squad here and Dreadhawk, Flick, Trox, and iDrop, right? They probably won't be happy about their performance today, but you know, the last 2 games looking to maybe turn things around. They're chilling pretty high here. The Flick, but he does have a hard boon, and you hear him say it, right? He just died to hard boon, which is for anybody watching, that doesn't actually work in the way you might think it does. So,
yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, hey, you gotta try something. I knew it didn't work. I tried it in public matches, but sometimes you gotta try everything there. This squad is currently sitting in 16th place right now, Limit. So this match is gonna be very good if they're able to pick up some eliminations and pick up more placement points. As again, you talked about not going to be happy overall about their gameplay, but if they're able to make it on through, they will do very, 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 very well. We'll see exactly as we see Zewer and company. All alive is going to be very good. Again, they're in 11th place, so anybody with close to that top 20, right, needs to get more points, needs to kind of secure, right? Because there's no way Benji and company are being eliminated this session, right? They are so far ahead that there's no way they're going to drop down. So you want to do exactly what they're doing. You want to try to get 2 wins back to back, as we see. Zewer actually going to be the one to tarp out here for them, as they are below Storm Surge threshold. We'll see. Oh, wow. A big amount of tarps going on out there. Everybody seems to have their own layer. A couple layers there in between mid and high ground just to protect the high ground players. But we'll see exactly how that shapes on out. I believe Mongrel Company are still alive as we swap back over to Flick, who's on the high ground. Their mats not looking the best, and that's why they're only single tarping out. 4 mats are being picked up here. It seems like they may have even gotten a harpoon shot onto someone. I couldn't exactly hear that, as they're going to take down Lukey. Zeno is still alive. This is big there for Zeno, as T-Chub's going to get knocked there. Saboteur going to take down Crippo. Y going to go down there to low boom. But that's very, very big there for Zeno. He's still alive. He's getting placement points. Sky going to take down Y. Benji going to get knocked there. So Mongrel, Wolfies, and Nate have to try to either carry him in or leave him down below. As someone tried to crank here for the high ground, this might be where they lose it. The shots continue to go through. Benji has been left behind. They say, you know what? No. Red Rush going to take down a player there. Wayla's going to get taken down. A lot of players going down. You see shots continuing to go through. They're just trying to maintain high ground. They don't have a lot of mats here. It seems Wolfies is going to take down Yoda. Tohai going to go down there to Wakey. Aqua still alive as well, as I believe Stompy going to go down there his own. Is she going to take it down there by Aqua? I couldn't exactly see who it was. It looks like it was Wakey, as the hitting or Saboteur going to go down as well. Now Mongrel Company are still alive, except for Benji. We see an elimination of Drew there for Mongrel. He's anonymous, as we see shots continuing to go through. Solary is still somewhat alive, I believe, in this zone. They did only lose 1 player, but this squad on high ground is going to run out of mats here very, very soon. They're picking up a lot of elims, though. We do see little Timmy going to take down, I believe, Mongrel there in the zone. As they hit it. Yeah, no, I can't exactly tell there. We'll keep our eyes here on the high ground, as they're going to start to drop down because they don't have a lot of mats. We do see, I believe, Mongrel slaying out on the low ground. I believe he's the anonymous player, as they take a top 8 placement with 15 players remaining. That means a lot of players without their squads. We'll see the drop continuing to come through here. Lincoln Company just trying to find any angles. Mongrel, Nate, and Wolfies are still all up. They currently have 13 eliminations right now. Mongrel Company are slaying out, but Flick dropping on down, trying to make a play here. We do see Wakey getting eliminations there. Velveet still alive. Anonymous going to be knocked. There's Titan Company's perspective is Wolfie's going to go down. That's going to be a huge play from Flick. He's taking out Nate. He's taking out Wolfie. That means only Mongrels remaining there for them. Flick has so many mats, and he's definitely letting his team know. Sky, Irox, and Company doing well on the low ground, taking down players time and time and again. Mongrel's still alive. Can he clutch it up? He's got no floppers, though. He's about 50 HP, raw HP. He has shields as well. We'll see, though, as shots continuing to go on through. Mongrel is going to be eliminated there. RPG is going to come on down. I think it might be between this squad and the player on the low ground. That's Mato going to go down. Flick going to knock yet another. Flick is popping off. Flick says, Team, I'll carry you to victory. And he gets the last elimination. Be calm, Legends. Flick says, you know what, guys? I got you. And you see him. Hey, he says, I shit on him. And I agree. He absolutely dominated him. He dropped down behind him. And that is going to give him a very good confidence boost going into the next game's 11.
He just took matters into his own hands, right? We talk about the last 2 games, trying to make a difference, trying to make sure that you make your impact in the first session. And he did just that, right? That squad full of amazing players, like all of those players, Andrea, Trucks, Agile, Flick, they're all incredibly talented. But Flick just saying, hey, I see Mongrel and all of them popping off. My turn to shine. And he picks up Wolfies and Nate, and they get the win, right? It wasn't looking too good at some points, right? You saw him, they were struggling for mats, etc. You even saw he tried to harpoon a supply job. They were doing anything that they were doing anything that they could, right? But in the end, able to pull it together and just pick up the victory royale there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'm ever gonna let Flick live that one down.
Yeah,
I think,
never.
yeah, that one gonna go down there. Flick not gonna be able to escape that one. But hey, when you're that desperate, you gotta try anything, and it
Yeah,
worked out in their favor. But again, the story is Benji and company absolutely dominating on the low ground. They
yeah.
destroyed until Flick got a hold of them. It was just 13 eliminations on the low ground, not
And
even having height. That's
it's
ridiculous.
crazy. It's so casual for them, right? Like it's not like this is like surprising. They've been doing this the whole tournament so far, leading up to now, right? Like they've literally been dominating game to game. We said, hey, we want you to win another one. Not able to win the game, but coming pretty damn close, right? Like picking up all them eliminations. I'm sure when the leaderboard comes in, it's just gonna be more of the same, more of them just pushing further away from people. Yeah, that was a really exciting game to watch. Obviously, it's a shame we didn't see more of the pop off on the low ground, but hey, I'm sure I can picture much of it in my head, and I know when one goes on the low ground, it's not pretty sight. It's not pretty sight whatsoever. So
Yeah, I agree. It's just right now it's the Benji Fishy Mongrel Nate and Wolfie show, and we're just living in it. Right? Usually it's Vince Carter, and sometimes it's the Mitra show as well. But today, Benji and company said, you know what, we're gonna start off strong. We're gonna submit our place, and I honestly think they may have with this performance, if they get to that 1,000 points, which I think they might get to 11. I think they're gonna be secured for the final. Of course,
no,
there are
surely,
things that can
surely.
change, but uh, and again, okay, so now moving away from them, players we saw do very well. Zeno and company made it towards the end game.
Finally,
Sky Extra Stream, like Solar Extra Stream, made it to the late game. DRG and company, I don't know where they ended on up, but we saw a lot of players that didn't make it to the late game finally make it through. So we will see, we will see exactly where it's
uh,
happening. But I was
I'm
very
hoping.
happy to see Zeno in that elimination feed towards
Yeah,
the end.
uh, right. Like it's last week, especially right in the wall had last week. Zeno was playing incredibly well, right? Picking up so many great snipes. We praised him for that. And obviously, this event not doing too well to begin, so it's really exciting to see them kind of getting in the kill feed, doing so well, and with so many players who weren't doing so well throughout the event, kind of placing a lot higher. I'm really excited to see the leaderboard kind of level out because that means that going into the final game, it means everything, right? When the leaderboards are kind of even, we see it matters more. So I'll be really excited to see how the leaderboard's shaping up.
I agree, and it is gonna be a bloodbath
Yeah,
because if you're on the bottom of the leaderboard, you're playing as safe as you can.
yeah.
You were realizing this is our only chance. I believe we're swapping over to it now, and oh my God, Levin, 896 points,
I
and
can't believe this.
it's just
I
52
can't.
eliminations. That's ridiculous. I
I
mean, they
can't.
they definitely win today, but the story is who's below them. Provoked, Martos, Belvide, and Vorwin got a third place 5 elim game, moving up to second. We do see Svenskarna in third there. They didn't get a lot of points, but enough to keep it. Lost X and latest with 10th place, 2 elims there in fourth. Biggest Both in fifth place with a 15th place 6 elimination game. As we continue to go on down, we do see Red Rush, Strowman, Wakey, and Snappy moving up. I believe they were sitting around 16th place last leaderboard. As we see them move up, they had a fifth place, 11 eliminations, so a very good game there for them. Uber team, of course, getting sixth place, 4 eliminations, and seventh. TEFI, that's Trox, Andretta, Flick, and iDrop with a 10 elimination victory royale. Move on up to eighth place there. DV1, to apologize, I called them Team Russia Retail, but that is incorrect. They are with the 16th place, 1 defeat, move to ninth. Dynamite the 10th. AX ST. Oh God, that's hard to say. They're at 11th now, going from 20th, and now look at the bottom. Unfortunately, you do see those players at the bottom. Nyrex and company, they did make it to the end, but it was not enough. They got a 14 place 3 elimination game, and Nilix and company not doing that well. 17 place 2 eliminations. Then you see Specky Carey, which is of course Power, Specky, Piz, and Darker in 23rd. Leo J, Scully, Castry, and Seven Josh in 22nd, and then Vitality X Crush R in 21st. So these are the players that are on the cusp of elimination and not being invited back to the next sessions. And it's gonna it's going to be very, very, very crucial for them to do well this game.
Yeah, it's for some of those teams, especially if you're a team in the bottom five, you need to have a big game, or you will just not be back competing on Wednesday, right? It's crazy, like to see some incredibly talented teams not performing very well, right? Like there's so many amazing teams and so many amazing players, and it's like, sorry, pardon me. Like this is only the first session, right? There's so many players who maybe haven't performed to their full strength today that I'm looking forward to seeing compete further. Like I'm not too good at maths, but I just counted, and Benji and company are 314 points ahead of second place. There are more than 9 teams that don't even have 314 points today. So like, yeah, it's like, to quote them, it's kind of embarrassing for some of the teams, especially considering how much talent is we have in this event. But going into the last game, I'm looking to see people pulling out all the shots, pulling out all the tricks, because you do not want to be one of the bottom 5 teams not invited to play on Wednesday. You just don't.
I agree, and it's going to come down to who changes their off spawn drop. If they change it, if they make it work, if they go back to something that worked before, they have to do something. You don't want to be on the bottom, and unfortunately, I don't want you to be on the bottom. But somebody has to. Some 5 teams have to be knocked out. If it's your favorite team, you're rooting for them. I need you to give them some love and hype. I need you to show them your support. As we move into the final game here, I want to remind you one more time to make sure to check out Levin on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Check him out, Levin2K. You can follow WarLegend on Twitch here. I was going to say Twitter and Twitch together. That doesn't work out. On Twitter at WL Fortnite for all the updates. That's where the series leaderboard and the session leaderboard will be posted. You can follow me at Clay Staley on all the social media. I appreciate you guys hanging out. The games have been started, and we are going to switch on over there. Again, the story going to be sweaty, and the middle of the map, salty, middle island, and risky reels, as we do see teams already dropping there. It looks like Airmax going for his signature drop, maybe pulling towards the hill. Sweaty Sands might be contested again. This is going to be very, 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 very crucial to not die off spawn here.
I'm really looking forward to seeing who's able to have a big final game. I'm excited. I know you're excited. Chat, let me know who you are for going into game 6, the final game for today. Let me know who you want to support and who you want to see do well. I'm looking forward to seeing just the early game contest, right? It's the final game. We'll see if after 5 games of losing, or if certain people are just willing to kind of give it up, and if their egos are too big and they're going to look to keep going. It looks like the squad of Norwood, Forzia, Andalex, and DRG are, not going to give it up, even though they've been advised not to, or even though they've been advised to give it up, sorry. They're going to still remain to contest, and it's going to be interesting to see if finally, after 5 games, they're finally able to make something of it. Last game, obviously, Mitra squad only having 3 players, so, but this is obviously not the case again this time. So it'll be an even battle. But let's see how even it actually is, because when you have such talented players facing up against you, you can never really count the odds that way.
I agree. And something to note here: Forzia, Norwood, DRG, and Andalex are getting a lot more loot than this squad. CRR, Kinsel, Metro, and Falcony, right? They're getting so much more loot because they've contested a lot more area. As you see, Metro Company are kind of congested in that back end near the hotel, where a lot of players try to establish dominance there. As we move it over, we do see Aqua Company decided to either not land Steamy, or did land Steamy and decided to rotate on out already. We do see Corn Company and Weeping Woods yet again. And then we do see Airwax and Company inside of Risky, uncontested, it seems like. So the question is, where is Nyrox and them dropping? Is Flick actually going to take down Andretta? And I don't actually know how that's possible, because they're on the same team, but maybe fall damage or something happened there. I don't know. Andretta disconnected there. So yeah, we got word from production that Andretta did disconnect. So not going to be good, but I think with their game there, they may have secured themselves a spot in the top 20 again. It is always up for grabs. But a slight miss there by Norwood that may have been an indicator there, as we do see Team Retail Row is eliminating Team Retail Russia, or Russia Retail. Russian Retail is their name. As the Pod & Company are doing very well for themselves here so far. Is Droman going to take down Pudrick? Norwood missing yet another snipe here. This fight slow playing it out because the zone is right nearby, Levin.
Yeah, it's interesting that you highlighted the way in which they aligned for loot. It's actually, like, my memory tells me that it was actually kind of a reversed role, right? In the past games, obviously, as they begin to get into an engagement on top of the hotel building. Mutual Squad were the ones that were, you know, contesting more areas, getting more loot. So let's see if this loot advantage is the difference for them.
I agree. As it looks like they managed to take the high ground for the time being. There, DRG and Nilix and 4ZR together. And look, they're kind of singling this player out. And I really like it. And I don't know who that is nearby. If that's one of the members of the squad that just happened to far rotate. I like that Nord is kind of keeping this player out with this sniper. He's gatekeeping him, if you will, from getting into this fight. This is very good. This is really, really good here for them as we see him continue to try to make his way through. It doesn't seem like anybody's getting shot on the players. Is this fight going to continue to stall out? It's going to draw third parties in as this is looking very, very, very good here for Norwood & Company because they have yet to take really any damage.
Yeah, it's a bit of a stalemate right now. I think obviously nobody wants to kind of throw the last game, right? Because, you know, at least with the other, hey, we can get him in the next one. In this final game, you know, you don't have the option, right? It's like, hey, guys, let's not grief each other for once. Let's just both get out of here, play out our final games, and may the best man win.
I only did one house and I took down my
Yeah, and as we swap over here away from that, because the fight doesn't really seem to be happening. We move over to Belvede, Provoke, Artos, and Vorwin, who are currently not harpooning an airdrop here as they're waiting for it to come on down. And I told you I'm not going to let that one go. And RPG going to pick on up. Hey, and ironically, they pick up a harpoon as well. So, Flick's legend lives on just a little bit there. As this squad did the third-party risky reels, didn't push in, seems to be good as it seems they landed in Salty Springs. And Zoe going to pull north. This time, we have yet to see those mountain zones in the south, and I think a lot of players are going to be very happy about that, Lemon.
Yeah, it's a good day for all of you Northerners. You know, obviously you being from the south and of America, I'm sure you know you're not too happy to see no south zones. But you know, as a lot of players have been complaining recently about, you know, how the zones move, and obviously you see here on the map, those players in the south, if you're that team towards Misty Meadows or, you know, in the hills by Lazy Lake, you know, you're probably not too happy, but luckily it's a bit more free, right? A lot of players kind of packed together within the zone right now, and the players rotating are not going to have too difficult of a time getting in. So be interesting to see how players interact with each other mid-zone, whether we see some nade strats going off, whether we see, you know, some mid-game engagements. Obviously this fight is still kind of longing out. You know, it's interesting. All of a sudden, these players are kind of, you know, taking it a lot more slow. Obviously, we see the snipe go there. Yeah, I don't know what to make. I don't know what to make of this right now. I wonder what the kind of cause are. It would be interesting to see what the comms were of why they're taking it so much slower than they usually do.
I agree, and I think Stormy right did end up just going down there to Storm Surge. I believe that was what happened. As we move over, we did see that's Provoke being eliminated there by Scully and company as he ended up going down. Now, they are nearby. They do, I think, have the reboot card near, and the reboot is obviously sitting in there in the center of Salty, but this squad has been very aggressive, and they need to learn when to pull back and forward, being very aggressive. Look, his squad not following him. Right? They're going back. They're trying to pick up the reboot. They need to realize, like, hey, yes, we pick up this loot. I think actually going for the card, okay, so a little bit of issue there. Sometimes the card doesn't show up there on the spectator client, but, you know, it's small things. But again, coming back, so I take way back what I said, but they have been too aggressive. We saw them push all the way out of Risky up to Craggy Bridge just to try to find some elimination. So this squad doing very well today, finding success, but not always going to find success in the aggressive playstyle. As we see the fight actually happening or continuing to be a stalemate here at Sweaty Sands. DRG does have those grenades. He's trying to get some shots. Forward actually going to stay behind his zone. As you see, he's trying to keep that player from the dock to come on through his zone. Going to continue to go. towards it's actually going to center up a little bit more now. So we'll see if DRG and company are able to do anything here. Is a Crippa going to take down Scully and get eliminated as grenades are being thrown here for DRG? He's trying to get some shots there. More grenades continuing to be thrown, but will they connect on anything? It doesn't seem like it, as Norwood is going to be in a fight here. They have a player pinch between them. Darker going to go down there to Rezumi, so Darker and company continuing not to have the best of days. I think my computer is freezing there, so fortunately, I hope that you can still hear me. If not, if it's all good, Levin, are you?
We can still hear you. You're not, because the stalemate does continue, right? They're sitting pretty on top of the players here, right? Obviously, Mitra squad just kind of playing below, looking to use their ARs to kind of do as much damage as they can. Obviously, DRG's not looking ideal right now. He has a green AR and a blue AR and a pump, looking to kind of rotate the ammo between them. Yeah, it's not looking too good. I'd say it's interesting to see if these guys are actually going to force the issue and say, hey, look, we need to rotate now. Enough of this funny business. Obviously, Norwood's still in the zone and a player in between them. It looks like maybe they're looking to focus that as Mitra squad is looking to shoot them out because they are topped a bit too high. Yeah, a lot of ammo being used here as they finally do get dropped, and looks like maybe we can see a proper engagement finally happening, but nope, they just build right back up as Norwood looks to get out of the zone. And then the player top ahead of them. Mitra does fall, and they pick up CR as well. Maybe they are finally going to win this engagement, looking to pick up the eliminations as well. And it does look like it will go that way. A 4v1 it looks like right now, a 4v2 as one more player does fall. That was Falcon there. And it's just going to be Kinzel left, and Kinzel falls as well. So that's going to be all 4 of those players picked up. And finally, they win the engagement, and they're going to be happy about that one. You see them pulling off the dances. And hey, Mitra and company were so successful in all the other games. You can say maybe it was inevitable that they would eventually lose, but I'm sure they won't be too frustrated. They've had a great event so far, and I'm sure they've secured that spot for the next session. So. It'll be interesting to see though if DRG and company will use that as a momentum booster and then kind of push forward into the coming games. As we see Bouan does fall here, Bouan and Provoke falling, unfortunately. Tux does fall though to the RPG of Velvet as he looks to make the aggressive play. Not a lot of HP on him. He falls. Martov's left alone. No amount of tips and trick videos are going to help him here. He's low, and it's not looking too good as he's getting focused by the Veloci boys themselves. And the finish is being picked up here. Benji Fishy on the prowl. You see them picking up the elimination on Belvid. So Marto's just going to try to stay alive as long as he can. Not looking too good as he does get full killed. But it's going to be interesting to see, right? You saw Benji Fishy picking up the elimination. That means that squad is coming around the corner. It'll be interesting to see if they're actually going to third party the fight fully. As we tune in here to Savage's squad, they're looking to pick up any eliminations that they can. Looks like they're in a bit of a sticky situation, I should say. A lot of builds and edits not there, so they're just gonna try to get out there. And you see Savage just call for it to get out. They want to play this one safe. Don't take any risks that you know are not too calculated.
Yeah, just swap over. I'm back. Hello, sorry. A little bit of technical issues there. Sometimes, things happen. Levin, I heard killing the cast, though, without my absence. So we do see as we swap over Flick and company, yeah, you did more than your best. You did really, really well there. That action, it was impeccable to see, but is it a little bit too late? That's the question. Will it be enough to impact the leaderboards? That is what everybody is wondering. Right? My favorite team just clutched it up. Is it enough? iDrop going to take a lot of damage here as we swap it back on over here. Now Flick using the cord to his advantage. He's actually showing himself right now. So a little bit with the cord, you have to be a little bit farther back, or about a little bit farther back than this, as it seems like he's trying to get some RPG. As iDrop going to get RPG to himself, as they're trying to just make their way through. As they're going to hop on back together. They're going to get everything that they can here out of the cord. It looks like they're just going to try to rotate. Again, they're playing as a trio, and Dredda did end up disconnecting there. So unfortunate for them after they pick up a very good win in the last one. I think game 4 they picked up their victory. So we'll see. Is it like looking to beam them, but nothing going to come through. Levin, this squad, yeah, looking. I wouldn't say in shambles, but not looking the best.
Yeah, it's never ideal when Dredda being such a powerhouse on their squad, right? One of the talented players the scene right now, and obviously a big part of their squad. When he's not there, it's obviously it's not too ideal. I'm sure they're not going to be too upset, because obviously they probably are feeling ecstatic after their last win. But like you said, not looking too good. It'll be interesting to see if they can maybe turn this around. We've seen squads win with 3 players, right? So it'll be interesting to see if they can maybe replicate. As he loses his wall here, he's gonna just have to keep running away. Coin flip not in this favor right now, to say the least, as he walks right into their faces.
And that's going to be X8. You hear him say he doesn't like him there. But Flick makes him bad play. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to be honest, I dropped Harpoon randomly, I think, to try to grab one of them, and that let the players know they're there. As we swap over to Aqua and company, we're looking quite good for eliminations, and finally seem to be finding their form here. As you see, they did pick up the elimination there onto Andretta and company, Flick rather. Andretta did disconnect, eye drop, and I cannot remember the other player's name. I do apologize there. Still in the corner, just trying to wait it on out. Aqua wearing one of my favorite skins ever to grace the game of Fortnite Battle Royale. The Moisty Mermaid, I think the best skin in the entire game. And I'm not lying about that. I wore it up until they re-released it with all these styles, because I was like, you know what? That's my OG skin. Don't re-release it, Epic. And then they did, as we see someone trying to ramp on out of the corn here. It doesn't seem like they're going to let him go out easy. They're going to get some tags here. Wolfies is actually going to be knocked by Andilix. That's going to be very, very big. He gets finished off as well, as Rehan's going to go down there to Airwax, who's still alive. DRG going to be the one to finish off Wolfies. And all of a sudden for Wolfies and company, they lose Wolfies yet again. They can play as a trio, but not looking good as iDrop going to go down. Trox going to go down as well. This is going to be the eliminations going on over to Aqua and company. A very, very, very easy set of elims there, as they're just going to be able to block that RPG coming on in. Seems like it almost actually misses them, but Aqua and company finally finding their stride level. They look to pick up a victory here to move them even safer into the next session.
Hey, they're looking to kind of turn things around, right? In this final game, they've not had the best of tournaments by their standards. Obviously, the reigning FNCS champions, obviously, but that was trios, and this is squads. A very different game, but also similar in the sense that you have teamwork and camaraderie that has not been the best for them today. Obviously, like I said, they're looking to turn that around as they get completely pressured with everything. It looks like the whole server has just decided to turn on them, as they just get RPG'd and RPG'd. Their hard mats being wasted. You see Aqua here with no more metal left, and that's never ideal, right? Going into end game, your mat economy is so essential. We've seen so with squads, like the biggest thing is your mat economy. When you don't have a lot of hard mats left to top, it's never ideal. So it's probably going to force them to have to get a bit more aggressive. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of plays they make. Obviously, 4 kills on them now, and they're probably going to have to increase that number if they want to have a great game, if they want to have a good game. So
I agree. The eliminations are what matters a lot, but the placement's so much more valued here in the WarLegend Series Invitational. It's weighted just so much more, but we've seen time and time again, squads like Mutual and company do very, very well. Even though they don't have a lot of placement points, they just have so many more eliminations. As we do see the double POV, that's going to be Atlantis Tux here on your left. Now, this squad was in a fight earlier with Benji, I believe, but they do end up picking up Tux. They did lose Core Gaming there. They're looking quite good. They're trying to set up, and ironically, where we started out the day, Levin, we're going to finish it here right in Risky Reels. What a story that is. We started with the spawn fights happening here, and now we're going to end where, see if Sky and company can pick it up. Nate going to get eliminated there by 4ZR. So Nate and company not having the best game. 4ZR and company turning it around. They're able to survive Sweaty Sands. They're able to do something, as they do see Nate will be picked, or currently up here. I believe Benji, there he is, going down on a little bit of a delay. That's going to be 4ZR taking him on out and getting the elim as well. So now the duo of Mongrel and Benji have to clutch up, have to do something here. But again, here's the thing, they don't need to, right, Levin? They are so far ahead of everybody else. They don't need to, they just want to.
Hey, it's a thing where that it's the confidence that they have in themselves, the ego. And ego is not a bad thing, right? You should have if you're one of the best players in the world, you should have that confidence in yourself, as they look to kind of hold their walls and make sure that they don't fall right now. Benji obviously looking to switch layers. Looks like Mongo is trying to follow suit, and he picks up a crazy RPG here, and it looks like he's very excited right now.
I'm
Yeah, as Benji looking to take high ground here. As a duo, it's very, very laggy. You can see the players lagging. There's a lot of players. There's 63 players right now as players are getting eliminated one after another after another. Benji gonna have to try to give up high ground. Aqua gonna take down players. Bobu gonna take down players. Solary X guy or the stream rather is still here. So we'll see what they're able to do. It seems like they are the ones that kind of have high ground for the time being, and it would be fitting. It would be very, very fitting, the redemption arc of losing out every spawn fight, mostly at Risky Reels, to come back and to win a game inside of where you've been dropped, where you've been pushed off, would be such a beautiful game for them. But the question is, do they have enough mats? Do they have enough ammo? Do they have enough healing to do it? Airwax sitting on a lot of heals. We're gonna go ahead and RPG out the other side. Benji gonna pick up an elimination there. Hit the feet. Believe ends up taking down DRG there as you see him. Yep, ends up taking on down 47 players. So a lot of players ended up going on down in between this transition. We do see Savage and company all still alive. They're looking very aggressive. They're looking very good though. That's all right, not the best. They do have heals, all their HP looking good as well. So we'll see where that 6 zone pulls. If you're Tohai, you're hoping it goes to that northwest. If you're Skyd and company, I believe they're sitting on the northwest side of the zone as well. So we'll see. It is going to go north here for the squads, and this is going to be very good for Savage and company. They are sitting right on the edge of this zone, and now they're trying to just open up this area, trying to give them a little bit more real estate in terms of visualization. I think they previously built all this as they're able to edit everything. Savage is going to go ahead and make sure that no one is around them, make sure they own everything. And as we move in, we do see a lot of elims start to come on through here as Savage trying to spray through, trying to get any elimination that he can. Nothing going to come through. Shots continuing to be taken here by them as it seems like the zone continuing to move on through this squad. Looking very, 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 very good as now players are on top of them. We do see, I couldn't exactly see that was going to be eliminated. We do see a lot of players going down here very, very quickly. They are above Stormster, so they will be fine. Shots continue. Savage going to get a nice pump there, but he loses a lot of damage himself. Let's see if that affects them at all. Tohai and company going to have players in the box. They're going to try to drop them down. Players above, they got to be careful. Taking a lot of damage. They're going to go ahead and get a knock there onto the player that right there in front of him. I could not see the one. Rice, Becky, and Piz still alive, so they still have hope there for the Fnatic team. Taxi going to go down, but it looks like the res might come on through here as we see shots continuing to go through, grenades being thrown and all above. Benji and company are still all alive. I believe Airwax and company on the high ground 11. I believe this game might go over there to them, and it might be enough to pull them out if they get enough elimination. They were very, very close. Tohai gonna go down. Bella gonna go down as well. Savage, the only remaining member, the Zoomer, has to clutch up here big as he is gonna take down Cheetah. We're gonna find a player right on top of him. He's to wait for that elimination point to come on through. He needs to wait for that siphon effect to save him off. Doesn't have a lot of builds. 19 builds remaining. Gonna let players build. Nice shots there. Savage fighting everybody. Gonna knock Norwood from behind. Savage playing very well. Teach him. Gonna tick on over. Savage trying to get all the heals he can. He's gonna block the player in zone. Gonna hop into everybody's box. He's hopping there. He's hopping here. He's looking like a bunny rabbit, but he's out of that. As that's gonna be him eliminated there. I could not see who it was by. As we swap over here to a big POV perspective, Airwax and company on the high ground, and this might just be the game that saves them from being eliminated. Again, reminder, top 20 go on through as we swap through. They don't have a lot of builds, though, taking the walls, and they're taking lives as well. They want to take everybody. That's going to be enough there for them as they're going to continue their aggressive spree. Down they go. A 4v7 at this point. They don't have high ground right now. They ended up losing it, but they are very dominant. I don't think there's any way they lose this game. I think they should be able to pick it on up. If they don't, it's still, I think, enough points to pull them on out. And they'll see, we see Airwax going to get shot by everybody. RPGs coming on through. Isn't enough, though, as we see shots continuing to go through from above. They're trying to break their way out. Bandy Cannon going to be ignored there. They really need to pick it on up to try to heal Vato on up. Ekov's going to be knocked there, and I couldn't see who it was by. The shots continuing to come through from above. Just cannot tell who's on the high ground. I believe shot. Oh my God, coming through on Airwax. He's trying to do something, and all of a sudden it's looking bad. May have cast a curse to them nails. That's Benji Fishy, and Scarda is still alive as well. As suddenly the stream X Solary does not look so good. Vato, the only remaining member here for them. And of course, Benji Fishy and company are looking very, 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 very good as we continue to see Vato playing the zone, trying to get on out, trying to get as many placement points as he can, has to break through metal. That's going to be him eliminated there. As we see, I believe this might be Benji Fishy here as he's floppering on up. It is Benji Fishy here as it looks like they're trying to get on the zone. We'll move over to Benji again. He's a little bit behind 5 total players. It's him and Mongrel. He's got 5. There's 7 total players remaining, right? They've got 5 eliminations. Benji's got 7. Benji trying to clutch on up. This is going to be where he finds the match and takes the flopper there. That's going to be Vato taking on over. So 9 eliminations. Mongrel getting eliminations as well. See who is left there. Mongrel going to take down another. This could be another victory royale here for them. It seems like it might be a 2v3, but they can do it. They have an RPG as RPG's rating from above. Mongrel going to get knocked out. Benji going to go for high ground. Here come the cranks. Going to get beamed from above. Pastor's start to drop on down, but he's getting closer and closer to the high ground. Getting taken down to 18 HP. Dropping all the way down. Everybody is in his box, in his face. He's going to go down. And Scarda is on high ground, and they're taking down Benji. Scarda looks to take home the victory as Mongrel getting eliminated there with a trap and a pickaxe. A little bit of a BM, but Scarda proves that they are still just as good as they once were. A victory royale going on over there to them.
Oh
my gosh. What a last game coming on through.
That was amazing.
Of course, Benji and company are up there. You know, they've just been so dominant here this time around as we wait for the leaderboard to completely be on updated. Wow. I'm going to call it now. Benji and Fishy end up taking home first place. There's absolutely no way anybody beat them. That's 100% going on over to Benji and company. Congratulations. But the question is, who is in the bottom or who's not in the top 20, right? 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th. It's going to be very, very, very close, Levin. I cannot wait to see the leaderboards.
I challenged them to win another game, but I didn't think they were going to try and actually take me up on it. Like, that was crazy. The fact that they're able to get second place, that they were playing as a duo for most of that end game. Like, they were playing as a duo. It's crazy how good these guys are. And I'm so happy to see Svenskana pick up a game there. You know, they're obviously one of the big favorites coming in, and you know, they've had a bit of a quiet event so far. So for them to kind of pick up the final win and say, hey guys, don't forget about us, we are here to stay. Insane. Absolutely insane.
I agree. What a game nonetheless. Of course, we saw Mongrel getting so many eliminations in the feed. Benji, of course, doing what he can to try to crank to the high ground. It wasn't enough. We saw that happen time and time again. And the leaderboard is updated. Levin, of course, in first place with 1,079 points. I called it. Benji Fishy carry take home first. But the story is who is in 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. As you see, we're not showing you just yet. The 21st team going to be Andilix, DRG, 4Z onward. It was not enough. As the 22nd team going to be Team Schmecky Carry. That's Schmecky, Piz, Power, and Darker. Controller Goonies going to be Leo J, Scully, Castery, and 7 John. 24 going to be Vitality X, Crush R, just not enough. And Item, Nyrox, Kenstar, and Xeno going to be 25th. So the points not enough there. So top 20 move on through to Wednesday. We will see everybody in the top 20 back Wednesday. Of course, we'll get 5 new teams in. But the story, I mean, it was off-spawn fights, and then all of a sudden, Benji and company were just dominating after that first game. Their average placement, 11, third place. They got first, 7th, 4th, first, 4th, 2nd. That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. What can I even break? What do I need to tell you? We all know. Everyone watching this, you know what that means. They were dominating, like, oh my gosh. Yeah,
and let me put this in perspective. The highest Elam's second to Benji Fishing Company was 36. They had double that, plus 1. They had 63 eliminations. With a that was ridiculous. Oh my gosh. You just can't. I mean, if someone comes in like that, it seems like you just can't compete with them. Again, I said at the very beginning, after they won, Levin, I literally said, if they can get 1,000 points, I think they'll be secure to the finals even. So we'll see. I mean, very, very good games all around. Again, I'm sorry, there has to be some way to manage the players coming in and out. So if your team did not make it and they are not invited back to the next session, it sucks. It's heartbreaking, but we're trying to get the best of the best European teams, whoever is playing at the peak of their moment. So again, top 20 will go on through. If you remember, we'll be back Wednesday for another session, and then we'll come back next week. Again, five teams go out, 5 teams come in. Again, series points. All of these points will be put onto the series leaderboard. Then the top 25 teams go on through. So, Levin, it was great casting with you yet again as we swap over. We see again the series leaderboard though will be sorted by the highest single session scores. So if Benji Fishy Carry next week get only 670 points, their score will still say 1,079. So it will keep their highest session score. Again, there's 6 sessions and then 2 final days. That's going to be the 16th and the 17th of December. 1 leaderboard, and of course they are all playing for 50,000 euros. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, Warren.
I'd love to have 50,000 euros in my pocket right now.
I mean, I would too.
I'm telling you, I'm far off of that. But hey, look, it's going to be really exciting to see coming into the next session what squads we have in, and if they're able to kind of push some of these other squads, kind of out of this, out, right? Because let's say you're one of the teams who's, let's say you're the team that's 20th, right? Yeah, you survive till next session, but your score could easily be taken over, right? Your score might not fall into the top 25 teams on the overall series points leaderboard. So it's important that you kind of maintain your form and you keep going. Really exciting place today. There's so much to break down, right? Some of the key things, obviously, of the dominance from Benji Fishy and co. Obviously, it was interesting to see Mitro squad. We were looking at them after the 4th game on the leaderboard, and they were so close to kills when it came to Benji Fishy. Then they end up getting no kills further. In game 5 and 6, Mitro squad got no elimination. So it's like, interesting to see if they're able to bounce back next session. Obviously, so many talented squads that we expected to do well didn't do well. So it's like, very interesting tournament. Very interesting.
I agree. And again, it's going to be interesting to see. There's always more action here. We'll be back Wednesday. I believe it's going to be 20:30, which I believe is 8:30 CET. There for you guys, if you're from North America, I believe it's going to be 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. What a games all around. Thank you guys again, Levin. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for casting with me. Thanks for taking over when my PC completely decided to just turn off. So thank you so much. We appreciate it here. Again, thank you everybody for hanging out and supporting. You guys are amazing. You're awesome. Make sure you follow Levin on all his social medias. They're right here. You can see him, Levin2K on everything. You can see mine's Clay Sailing on everything. Check him out. Go show us some love. Show WarLegend some love on Twitter and on Twitch here. What a phenomenal performance all around from everybody. But a GG nonetheless. And I am excited. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Y'all have a great night. Bye-bye.